morning. Pay near Japan. Na ahadie wuni musa nsamu a edi ka na edi tie no en ya yede bebro e de obon krata no abadwa so omusu kro mu nsa omode aba course ni said ompani ekoko bie no nana economic Ghana kwa huhia mu na Yesu yesi economy ninye ubisa John Mahama say edian na uba be no so me first stakeholder forum economic forum na mini Ghana for adwen education na den na uba be no so nko osimeye education forum na maye ti oba ye or the forum dialogue task force committee nko I've directed this, I've set up this no the echo education na wie ene economy de no so be wie ye nyina be hwe ne tuam and so the minority in charge of finance MP I think the Hoyen Fakaraga Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam and Ojina minority na name press conference before that no na the statement about Bonte say the party will to the NDC for the State of the Nation address President Mahama Ebeye no. And in fact indeed Endra say utie Dr. Mohammed Amin Adama obetimi aba to one conclusion say indeed the new patriotic party and Endra would deny the tempo the bibia kama and we will go into this of and Endra a hypocrisy government of the day. And see, but Q areas no the economic performance NDC picking and choosing economic figures to lie there. That's what they did yesterday. And the pay bear expose you munina. I say and watch no doom so or say umpo doom so aba into your time Ghana for asumuo. Agenda 111 and dress kabra minta kando akojina say baby say 3,000 fa akoka say former president say hospital no one no muwie kabra minta kando kra say fe dey one no kra o manwie na obehia 100 million Ghana cedis ansa na one no wait my in operational or pesika kwakodi or pesika akwakodi John Dramani Mahama eka kire say agenda 111 no obehi omanebo ama first and a catcher abaya okon catcher say ebehia 1.3 billion dollars omanebo ama catcher say ebehia 1.4 billion dollars Jomama catcher say ebehia 1.78 billion dollars afed your cost state of the nation no or see ebehia about 24 billion Ghana cedis o convert here na say around 1.3 billion dollars inconsistency amount for pisika kronoabo enti ni nyina no anopay yebedi ho enkomo na yede aba the mining sector the state of the economy and all that na anopay de aba but talking about agenda 111 no had ye said ye no saa na ye no woye papa yebeka na yabo aba so woye ne yanya ne ye ka e ma obufu because moye papa ne ye ka dia na bibi sas vie c'est covid ces fois tafo agenda 111 premises and all the details no e de aba na ye bebo e conversant as if aba so na no pay the video no ye beyi e de akyerɛ tiefo. That is the good work I pese MPP members of parliament eye. And wo ya I had ye be boy. Una na wo ye minister of health. Data ni nyina kura. Ensam ni nyina wo nkyɛn. Amanfo tope egwa agenda wa wakwa no atum why din. Not even a statement. Not even a statement. I have not even seen a Facebook post from Okoboy. Why a D and Wakuanatum. And so MPC Amulusu Musita Abaya said, oh, more appointment to be mono. Oh, yeah, my appointment, health insurance. You do feel on your local Ministry of Health and Aquajuma. Now, you Chabana Boswa, not Okoboy Wakuanatum. It has take a conversation as if we now on site, now Oko Yakovisa as if we no a local deputy local government minister. And I go do kind no. Sikadi enimse manya bi egumu ho ejise asemba ne ye twa aban na wo so bi fan central for nkokuma ase na wo nkotwa se agenda 111 ne ye wie nie enti central for mo nhwe na mo fan che Ghana fo a o to wa de ina kam no aban economic takando edintro president no amu akọ parliament akodi ntro na amanfo di ntro na Okoboy wakana no atum apeba bi atena adwudwe ne ho abusha no pe yen kajangum ye wadwuma ye ne yefa dwudwam enfa emra no ne ko ya pena godon atenase na da sebre so atenase nti anopai ibedwam aha ibedwam papa
osuru muntie na asase ntamdin muntie Dawuro obedwam na woso adwam
nti anopai midwam woso adwam na ye de ahia na entra mina media na so ana bihu say the current attorney general Honorable Dominic Ayeni a granted interview with the chest out, claiming say, ono ena or die say, young kwache Professor Amiya Ekunfi. Na adentia na oye board chairman Emma Infrastructure Development Fund, Infrastructure Investment Fund or so. Not or a board chairman hunti honor issues biaba ena oma order see en kochino adintia ye can see a be sky train ema $2.5 million bi omu husika no ora committee no ye ho report enti honorable Amiya Ekunfi baye no wabedi tu mu say ampa say omatua sika bi and all that. Enti ora Dominica Yeni na ni age the way to Ghana for anim say ora me ya akunfi aba abegi atum say na na akufado aban no etua sika 2.5 million Ghana dollars say fan konko ye sky train. Enti I think say na or expect say Ghana for ye bonabaso say wato nsafre professor Amiya Akunfi na anopay ora Dominica Yeni ye mu bi wo hono mo a ye ka NDC fo a na ye mu bi prom asemo a na wo ka ho. In fact ye ka lawyer fo wo memu a obi agitum so o ma ben a ora Dominica Yeni wo ka ho. In fact to the point say Supreme Court and Super Supreme Court and Supreme Court a judge for the Supreme Court set me engage lawyer Dominica Yeni say ko akoka bi ma ye no na so you obi a wadwemu da ho wa ben. But in some way okafa Professor Amiya Akunfi ho no who betray with intelligence no who betray no kakra who undermine one kasankasa wa no integrity na odi etem e di etwitwi fam no. Because no sensible Ghanaians will appreciate and accept say Dominic Ayeni as Attorney General obeba no aka kire Ghana for say obi yamanu $200 million $200 million say often consider 5,000 housing units okoye no or say a dino otimi si emu 1,500 no wentimi anwie wanya septic tank wanfa kane anko wanfa nsu anko edano a awie nipa ntimi ntram enti sika $200 million no $200 million no won ya or say sika no so ayira asami hu yet na court a court of competent jurisdiction may establish primary facie at the tia Ora Collins Dada. Oh, by his Attorney General. What's your coffee? But now you have the impetus, you have the so what all that of about 70 or 65, approximately I could bear 70-year man. Say I'm watching because of $2.5 million. Right? I don't think say oh Guinea. Oh Senate OBS. Ora and Thompson. $66 million. $66 million. A clear say Crofono, Oma Bogana Chrono. Oh, Baya, what discontinue case no? But we are interested in Professor Amiya Akunfi 2.5 million because we are this in India. How can you do this? This is unacceptable. Say, Ora Dominica Yeni, Obeyanya Uye. And as I said, Ghana for nyina sorry near cassetia. Say adia ye no unacceptable. So when it upe $200 million, $66 million, now upe 2.5 there, then I think say something is wrong. And if this is what we call reset there, then the Ghana have problem as a nation. Eti no first one. The second one no Endra if I so for Sukwate. And even he was joined by Sami Jenfi in the media, trying to explain and justify Nienti said Ghana Fosika taxpayers' money through the Ghana Airport Company Limited, near the Kokosi Hajj Village, near the Hajj Terminal, near the Mankremufo. And their argument was that Sa Hajj Village, and Hajj, a be raising revenue at the ama a year Ghana Airport Company Limited. Now, Airbano, or the sports complex Kahon, say Kahon, Chomuni Baby Ejuma, na a raising funds. And I may say a dragon bonny bell creating one or top and gum. A buying a Yakufada buying AC National Cathedral. The intention to this National Cathedral, and say, enye asware kwa na okokoyo National Cathedral no na ebewo a Bible museum meeting the standard war Israel ebetimi aserve baby and crofo tourism ebetu kwan fi amano ni Africa nyina but said ye free ekọ Israel no mo bebọ mpaye conference halls ensware ahodo akese de nketo a enkrofo betimi abe high aye gospel music conference and other church programs. National Cathedral na car park kese na space etimbetim there other event enyema bebre. National Cathedral na the potential say ebe generate $95.5 million within 5 years. $95.5 million in 5 years. Basami Jenfi, Felisofosu Kwache, Okujeto Ablakwa, and the President John Dramani Mahama Nuamu. Eka chere say, Nyansa nim say, or mine befa ni sika de si asori dan. But now they are telling us say, Nyansa wom say, or mine befa ni sika, no de si baby and kremofo beda. Na odia si a special terminal for kremofo. Minchin kremofo. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kremoni, me penase me Dr. Bawumianti, ye yi medu adwumam. And I have to resign. Ye yi medi. Me have to resign. I mean, jam adwumanto because of Dr. Bawumianti. Because of how I am come with Dr. Bawumianti, I say me jana me cotton fee. But say endra na enya, and then so entimi ye. John Mahama catch say site no oba converted a hospital. Amanebo amaka bi say National Cathedral site no oba converted a hospital. Telling them Hajj Village site no so much as here enko baby a omon convert ye hospital. Because won timi kan kire say oba na oba ye bubu judge father ye to them eno kura na ye ankran sika a ban de kakra ka ho no mo si anye ba Hajj Village de ubesi dan amankremofo na wasi baabi ankremofo nko abefa ede akọ atukwan eno de ye. Is that what you want to tell Ghanaians? Picking and choosing? No, it cannot happen in this country. We are 100% funded by government of Ghana through the Ghana Airport Company Limited. We are telling John Dramani Mahama say the reasons he gave for not for Akufo-Addo not to build National Cathedral, no, those reasons are relevant today, and he shouldn't build the national the village unconverted any hospital, and I say unconverted any other thing. We need the effect of propaganda ewo my Ghana mu. And that's also for my edin. And na some nyina my edin because mani ewu. My edin. And the National Cathedral no na mera na si wo no. Na wo potential say betimi a generate $95.5 million within 5 years. Into a project a betimi atua na hoka. Na asa generate sika e de ama o my Ghana. Ye kasa etiaye ema enunti amanfo nya otan edima na Akufo-Addo aban edima MPP for say MPP for Afghana fusika edi ikosi asore MPP for Afghana fusika edi ikosi asore dan ba na de yo mama edi anigye mu ene ne bo etre akwako gina akate sort say okwako si Hajj Village no wasi Hajj terminal na odi ama Muslim for no mo de akọ Mecca. Na Muslim for do munye nipa onye Ghana for. Ana Christo for do munye nipa Christo for onye Ghana for. Nia eye ema ya oboache endura no. Ene so no eye ma isifu ene. Pepepe. Omo nyina yenye ne pepepepepe na asumdwe emfa mroman. Because wo ye ni say pa. Na NDC wo de pipe mu edi bo my Ghana mu. And it has been their stock in trade. If you mean Santini. Da sebre.
Dawuro.
Da sebre.
Dawuro.
Na nima mu tisen.
Awurade tumi nti nima mu ye.
Ere Nyankopon ase.
Ya tumi asora be.
Yes. Ya ba idie, ni aba because da sebre ye ntimi ntrase na omaya itimu no. Ebi emfa nipa ni bi se enkoa. Propaganda. Ahwek war enkrofo wegiti at the National Cathedral. And the next enkrofo no defended. And I miss me too could get Felisofosu Kwache say conference war Hajj Village war say bit generate scams. Oh, sir, kona ko shed the components of the National Cathedral. Ko shed a niema na ewom. A niema na ewom akombeye say be generating $95.5 million in 5 years. Bana okujeto ablakwa say enye Emma John Mahama no amu ene di animu na omugu National Cathedral no hofi na ene aka nsinsimu na obaya wo de anigye kwan so akokate so se ukusi Hajj Village na muwi a makozongos na kokan se Dr. Bawumia Ekremoni enso wantimi ansiesie baabi a nkremofo ko meka omo beda nti jo maama na aba oba be siesi ho nti nkremofo monkoso nto aba enfama NDC na wo ye kremuni na to aba NDC a me hu ana ho ye mmobo because menim say wa hwe ya temuda no ala beyi wani so say wam wo ye kremuni na se wo tie propaganda se ba omia repreko ba omia sei na wo to aba ma NDC in the last election na so ye kremuni papa da se bre judgment day no ala beyi wani so pa ma hu say waje so toro
easy
anya easy
Dawuro yantia Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ene ne yire Ajia Samira Baumia secretary ampo Nyankopon nsem nhira ma wo mo so mo ho ban na ba bia mo bia no de mo ye bia enwi nkunimdie na wo kan Dr. Okoboy ho asem before say be bankramfo de no so no we be say aja unim say election wo kona lusu a na wani suwa ye ntententente enti wani a wo mo elusu election wo so mo ntimi ba bonte meka say wani amu defend ya ban na ya wani amu wini omo election
Okoboy Baumia we olusu election
oh Baumia get 20
enti Baumia lusu no ya so Okoboy de
www me say Baumia position na wo
that's bre enkasa for Dr. Baumia to win to lose by about 1.6 million votes. Look, Akufo-Addo lose 2008 with about 40,000 votes. Olusu second one with about 400,000 votes. 85 lose no na ya so na nye ya.
Tio, the entire American
and five
obi ko primary parliamentary election no lose ya. You know.
Now, honorable, me say argument in my because honorable Educhum where we need. Abra ye go for education must.
And American say when you are winning and no more anti and defend you no more problem. Because when you lose you and they say one more and some wounds. I did why they say make
defend the propaganda.
Ya mo kwan kakra na omo ensuo musunu ni.
Nti America san. Abria na Akufo-Addo policy buy no 2020 election no obi a wo ye MP a we lusu seat bia no o ma post entu am obi a post but Dr. Okoboy ye man post ye de call National Health Insurance odi wo ho wie ya na ye sad ne call Ministry of Health and ye call the health minister na what wo ye minister for health no a bibia wo nsem no assemble Ministry of Health no akwan ne koka me na me koka obekan da ben
bresim
beba
makanda bia se Ghana for ya mompai because nansen ya na myam hihime ema Ghana ya na misuro ema Ghana because say ya mompai ye pa NDC for the civil war beba Ghana me say we can way back na mo kumase da bia me kan say binim say NDC for akwaje pawren for wo bonsam opeso mbe se Ghana mayen ya NDC am say omni bonsam akwawe say omni betimi aboa ma civil war si Ghana because we Africa especially West Africa can't say West Africa nyina basabasa enemu Ghana de omo ye ya mfa de ma Ghana basabasa yentimi nkoso power ha eya yankufa edan kremofo ne kristofo ntem and NDC for pekwan bia person mo fa so no mo say sa yonkufa na eda kristofo ene nkremofo ntem na Ghana fo ni nko ho say ye ko ho a anke bon say hard village nsensem ene cathedral nsensem nyina eye wo mo kwan person mo fa so na wo mo di a time beto a kristofo ene nkremofo ntem NDC for kwan fa so no NDC Mrs. Bonsam sin wo mo a wasin wo say one ye hunu bonsam fili 2 ye draw na ne ye dia bebe tuatua ne 3 ho anasa nka NDC for ne bonsam ye 1 omno me ko na kranda enti sa ka say obi ye kremoni no to baba NDC a ala be pa na sum da hye be do ya adwene be da bia be se kremoni papa bie ni ho a wo ye NDC ni kremoni papa so wo ye lajo wo ye shake wo ye hwan wo ye papa onye NDC ni Kristo ni papa bie ni wo ye NDC ni ase me ka de bia ko se ewiase be sei because party a omumpe nse ni papa tenase ewo asomdwe ne odokwan so de bia ompe so mo ya dia e de ntokwa beba hwe de omo ye we no se ebeye ntokwa beda kristofo ne nkremofo ntem samusi miensi National Cathedral dia yanso ye miensi high village
and propaganda na some media fi ashase ne say anti MPP for against development of the Hajj village na Baumia akana no atum nti Baumia so say or support dia omeka ho asem
omeka dai
and I say project in Baumia na sha ase but wo ban na wo send Akufuado e share National Cathedral so no sa na Baumia na Akufuado so e na share Hajj village na ase but wo say wo ba National Cathedral na de enye
hospital
into the Bay Hospital and now ba yes send National Cathedral na enye no Hajj no so nye but see the reason why Intia Muhammad ni abre so person see Hajj village no and say or person see Hajj village no mo de propaganda tia Baumia say Baumia e kremuni kura no na Nkroford da abonti wa mu omo na NDC for e na aba be see Hajj village e de ama omo
na before say Baumia be vice president no Nkrefofo tu kwa komeka Fnabe na no mu fam ani say obeye
NDC for amayi president Kofo AC Jubilee House omo ka kire ye say Sampiale e ka kire say adenti na okosi be bia president betena ozongo na zo Nima na okosi be bia president betena ase Nima fo onye nipa otu asu ya nkuko oba no so mo de beye nkukobuo pacho akoko dikan okotena ye hwan
no mama akoko na banfa
wani akoko dikan okotena o me pacho ekoko be na te Jubilee House wo ni
say professor Misi wu ya na ese samani nam kasi ho na wo muntimi ntina wo mu dwane ye no ba Jubilee House and then mo be ye nkoko
yes Jubilee House e benya a befitting a seat of government no and this for catch Ghana for say enye infaso ni so nti omo yesi ni wo Nima na Nima ni yesi eyi owie o se o de beye nkukobu bamba di mikene
Info no makasa kan
omo ne nkoko broilers any layers omo gu eyi for poultry farm wo and then DC for and other broilers any layers omo gu Jubilee House wo what I say into the same way na Akufuado esa na Abra Rollins eye National Theatre no me ba to Ghana na gini wa mi na wam eku Ghana for na polio eku Ghana for ma na ekom eku Ghana for ba kolera eku nipa Rollins edisika esi National Theatre and National Theatre and eje ko ni akrobeto mu nyina e ba ye hwe ni Ghana fo fa so Ghana fo nya ho ba obi se osi National Cathedral e ho be fa so a wo se wo mpene propaganda nti ne wanya asofo na asofo omo no mo se omo de John Mahama ba ye omo no mo se na mo kasa John Mahama entie wati ne koso kuma se ye keka ye se envelopes brown envelopes
ye dia kom amemo
esi omo wie no ye se brown envelopes e chiche mo
sika se Ghana sika no mo nyafu
enya asem kitu ye se omo shi omo wie okuma se enya white envelope
brown
media mate ye se brown
akese
pafu ene chiche ye chiche sa no a atele ena manfo akoma no atum ye se edukura de mo sisi ano omo no mo ye eyinti ese mampani no ebe omo na so ofie that is the state ye pese building na o ye Christoni na wakasetia National Cathedral na ye si dan manyankopon ebi si o Bible mu na edan na kasei na so re abokola se nyame nipa na wani age na so ko bompa ama akotu mampani fo yeso si utiase wani wom because nyame abufo ba so
na se me Ghana hada bia me ka se asofo yo o Ghana ha no ebia mu be 10% ene ye nyame asofo ene me kan da bia o tena fie didi matem kra don ke because Bible si duana ba ene edi hunu duakro obi ye nyame sofo a ne kasa ne niye uyi obi a wo kai Bible ti ase a bon se so asikoto ana obenti ye nyame sofo Ghana sofo ye wo no emu 10% ene ye nyame asofo e fa ye wura wo mo ya bosomfo ene mo de Bible eto so ene mo de ye de mo de ye yesi one man church se wa Ghana ha yesi ye domu su Kwaku wurase a woni anipa hihye omo da ase kra bibiri ye tibi ene asofo na no mo nko enka se obi si ni da wodi we sha ha obi di dwan sha ha obi di okra na ye nyame sofo na akosi waso da okra de na mane ye waso da na ase enti omo di ye business no mo di ye business na agigi mobrafo ni sika ni wi a no ma da na omo motivational speakers no ma ba se ye betumofo na nyame abufuo no eba mo na beba mo so mo nkyere mo ho na mo nya mo agin se mo de Bible no eni Kristosum no pe mo hwanya na Bible na ekuta wo na ka kire wo se nipa wo nya wiase ne manyina na ahwere wo nkwa emfa so be na wo so no sa Bible kro na wo so kan na wo de ato ho na wo de kwan be fa so be nya sika na wo dwene ho onyene oman no yiedie ho wonyene wasori ma no mobrowafoɔ kra no eyiedie ho na osofo timi kotena na sori ma mobrowafoɔ a womo entimi entua o ma school fees anim ka chom se womo ntua ba ntia MPP ya tua ba tia MPP wasori ma no so obi ani ho a obase man school fees a obema na nya sofo bi na ka se asosi kan fa hwe asafo ma no mama womo but aban bi aba wo hwe asafo ma mobrowa no a womo nya 10 cities na mo de ba no mo age 5 cities na mo age no womo edis kan bebre mo na ban atuom school fees ama womo no mo si no way enti mo agange atia enti yentuaba entia Dr. Baumia efise o ye kremoni na safu bi tikumase etimetim timi gyina ho se kremoni die ense se eto abama no
na oye
na enkremofo
oye kremoni na obi ekika nsem sei na wo so wadi akire
enti wo kremo so na wo so
no to aba wa bra independence ibae no 70 60 something years ni almost 70 years ni no yenya kremoni bia me party bia nim na ndc no okasa da sebre on fa kremoni ba ko pe eno dey running mate eno kra no mtwa asem eto no so esa pamo no efiri ho kyerem kremoni bi mu a wa ben ndc leadership no Haruna Idrisu say all rise no hede omudan no team nkrambofo mi nu na ndc adim e wo parliament Haruna eni muntaka hede ya omo Haruna enani education ministry krani it took a seeding ketianom
anka
edi ani bra na call mahama so anka o mane da oni muntaka nyina na so omo what I say eju ye kremoni na atu wono bi propaganda na so bedi akire dia da se bre wa wasem ebre ne so a
e ba na obi e kansem hu na wo odi onu na chi
ayi osofo yi o se friend say mahama nsa hu mu gyan ochi mahama se bibi enso se on prema kremoni medi president nti wo sore koye adwuma mahama na do ye kremoni a wo so de onua kremoni bedi president dia ende wo de wo mpre nti na wo asore na akakodi sa nkrofo na chi se omo nsoso emeye adwuma fanti kremoni na ha ba omia wo gina hu inu bia be ka chi se ba omia ewe preko na so ade adia so adwen nya adwuma adwen nya adwuma abutu ha e wuntumi radio 95.9 any movement television so kai say abin peche promo no ekosom star 256 star 4 hash star 256 star 4 hash for number 2 ni e wuntumi radio ni movement tv Accra number 3 number of ticket person to number 4 eyo momo pin na unya momo pin ka ho apese apa wa discount mi so ye ne sama me star 256 star 4 hash star 256 star 4 hash na watimi edi prompt na chi na wonsoso watwa wo de enti ye do bokrata mu nsem no ba na ye de endra minority press conference no enso emu nsem no nyina na ye ka wo nyina so edi akiri enye ni sei na fi inya kwan or 2013, 2014, there, 2015, thereabouts. Yeah, and that time the heat of the doom so they mistake. Na ke ye beto aba no. Na see anke ye boss anyum we na ye de kite for because see sakode capture the feeling of the moment no. Said ya na sitie no e na ode yes anyum we. And doom so no den is back. Doom so Abba. Yes sir. The intensity no and say 2014. But gradually no you bet me draw
Abba in full
and now who free way you do me light who free way you do me light what I say doom so na ba and mahama ba and say the na ba be synonymous with doom so papa oh interesting asante yemfa the bon krata no na yemfa the bon krata mu ensem no emfa emra na yenhwe ensem a the bon krata no e de ba wi na fi atiasi minority no ensem no so daily graphic Ena anopay asante ede esha so say Mahama sounds alarm. Economy needs radical overhaul. Ti Mahama waka kire mo radical ye bekeka mutia butu mo. That's why ka say radical means ye butu say to kwaba na ye say
radical dey say yen hwe obi ani mo.
Dabi ke ye butu to sawa sigu sa no dey be manage economy no. And I say resetting economy Dr. Yankson calls for fresh start. Geneso the Democrat anymore. None of the agenda 111 hospital operational health minister. That's it. No.
Why na catch say be operational?
No, in fact, come na minta kando. And na all kasa. Na that's when person ye call. Ebusia bra Facebook say you see there be a can ha say we ya the papa said the na make okoya asam ya ye. Obeti akira obefa fun afro ko boy say Kotie movement TV for aid do watem. That's it. In the same way, we are dear yen a beboa partner. You begina can cracker near the abo abaso. And dra many on our pokutia ye program no. And I'm bisa sen. 80 agenda 111 me and sana ye biano no. 80 any MPP MPs no constituency ana. Inti adentina MPs no entimin ko. Na omunko twa video ho. Adenti na former health minister no ontimi fan central for no for mu enko site wo ni enko hwe no fan kire tie for na propaganda ekoso na ebo ayeka na se ye nwie afefe se ye mienu se ye baako se fe de nwie bi kura endra se ye kan no tafo MP honorable Vincent Ekwasifua why de pa and the constituency de ye nwie ba ye wi oforukrum de
ma wie no ma wie atwuma kwa
ahoma de ye wi ene ba ko trede
and say no atwuma kwa ahoma no
okay
na ba ko western region
and dra Eko Vincent Asifua even though onye MP for oforukrum no wa fa the camera wa fa ni page na chi wa ko oforukrum agenda 111 hospital no akwa akoto ho na watwa ho video e de aba obi no kan o si waniwa no wakwen enti yenko hwe asem a anase sadia na isi etie ye wi a we ne ye kan ya bo honorable Eko Vincent Asifo abaso ya ne ya ne sa abaso bo ne de omo from country omo say movement TV for bo abaso na mo so kan ya ombe fana ka che ne say movement TV for di watem asante me yenko hwe honorable Eko Vincent Asifo video a okoye ni
ene awie asante mamu na mabai na wotwetwe mra ise ngwana MPP abana etwemu e commission no dia
they can admit the same person over here. So they will be said we are not so it does not say that 4 years minus a
municipality. But that's very we must say honorable friend saying Okuboy. Oh here how many years with me we papa wu jame kra no me papa wu October year na me see papa me kra me jai su amete a me ye adwuma we are convincent ye honorable convincent ade a wa ye hwe ni aka pe ama hospital ni nya adwuma ene se nipa doctor for ene nurse for ni hwe be adwuma sa doctor for ni nurse for be adwuma no omuso na wa yi omadi
said that no doctor Siasar can say
omo na wa yi omadi
commission wie ye no ano aye operation no answer with the doctors any nurses any workers e ko
ebe call
yeah commission as a jama 5th of December enti ya commission adin 5th of December so for any gumu kan kaba be you medi
okay
enti ya dia ten about 2 months won't you for any gumu a what ya no man kasa akonya ba akokrensi
ai omuso bibia ni ho me nko ahoma no so no bo Eco Vincent asifo awa ahoma no eso na ye no eni enkomo honorable good morning honorable good morning me ba chona wapo mboko de ere nyankopon ase yeso ye ho ye pa ase onye ni wachire kakra nti position phone kakra mai na movement tv ni untumi radio akra ye bo wabaso ama wayiko anopai ani adwuma wakwa akoye yinim say ho nye wo constituency de but at the end kan wo a ma ne ye say obetu sa na mu akoye say adwuma
Didi kind of Mamencha what is Mema Unyale, Ura, I am not sure if any a year or no, and the marmy the necessary information. The would need Kumo, Sam Reno, Sam said, "No, there's two mass." The occasion is a situation when young TSA and you go a year in hospitals now was also said Michael or a mini opinion, even though Parliament and Mikojano, but from the days of President College has been and after that, we've been very good friends, and so it is not about seniority in Parliament. But when he called, I said, okay, yes, more person. And I'll say, yes, this is the situation. So if I can help him, so that at the end of the day, and I said, and the opponents asked them for more propaganda as against the general well-being of the party. So it was on his recommendation and advice, and I'm a call Edinburgh, with his constituency executives. If the Yukona German channel, Papa no Shafite, on the constituency chairman for Koyuku. Obanos on a women organizer for Koyuku. So it cannot case Michael did not take heed to whatever happened a year of April. It was under his direction, and he gave me the advice to be able to do that for him. So I did that on his instruction.
Okay. Yeah, that's say why sa what is sanchichirimu no aba. Na afei so say sankita hudie no eda muntam wo party ni mu a ebebo ama mwatimi aye adwuma yie. O video na o ye nendra no yayi wo ya fidie so ama atiefo ahwe yen ahwe omuso eti radio ati but wo na wo call ho ede na wo kohu ye na adenti na hospital no bi si na entimi nya adwuma.
Well, the theater said, a piano, your pudding said, Opa Bemwa, Opa for 4 years. See, 4 years, and so the Doben or a decayed piano. Whom he had said, Osabes had no answer in the middle of the 4 years. And then who said here at the same distance, and so they said Obeno at the end of the year, and after the 4 years. Good difference. A debia who here in the life of the government as far as the 4 years is concerned. And she won't mean casted because what try in females, I can't never and maybe an answer now to back one more continue. We be a ye, and also we be a who never so, and also when who pass away be Debbie. Because government is a continuous, and I said, because government is a continuous, so when you are when you say, oh, my and maybe I don't do it within the time frame of the 4 years. It is a final agenda 111, not your commission on the 5th of December. Nobody should be able to point out because at the end, you are operationalizing it in a ban why and that's why you cannot say that because it's a continuum. Say, oh, mame, 1 year can't one, now, mame, 6 months can't one. I will be able to operationalize the agenda 111, especially the ones that was commissioned, because I need to post people in there. Which also takes time. We don't have the whole time for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's our argument now for making it look as if say because you are operationalizing no, what is operationalization? Operationalization is say what's the agenda machines human beings will have to be in there to be able to work. How do they work? And I think it's especially the president. And since you have no say, you don't know, or my understanding. Or not a bit me to say, if any panko no koyajuma. Or if any panko on koyajuma, how do you blame the past government for the oil? Say, in fact, Sadian Yayan, for not say, 80%. What is wrong with that? For Nepal, I was Sadian when it day. So where's the hospital? Why is seeing me? I can't crave in where we are. The bonny pie will move any day. Because don't forget, agenda 111, no, in such a way, say, they must solve a public health issue. What is the public health issue? The public health issue, they say, at the time, COVID-19 by now, I was say, you're making sure, say, as early as possible, you're finding ways and means to be able to deal with the health challenges that you got with yourself and what I say. Now say, how do we grow as a nation? We grow as a nation because there's a public health issue. You said in most of our districts, they need hospitals for the agenda 111 EMRA, so that all the districts are need you, which means because the US, Russia, China at that time, COVID, and before in your COVID, what is that one thing? Because the hospitals were full. Hospitals were full. It exposed the weakness in the health system of the world, including in Ghana. And no near my days are the one way buy. So on what basis now buying AC hospitals if you're watching that is 88 and the watching now you see hospitals 88. Now Obi Bekase because you know what they want by the chief. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Adiano, a woho, young folk be a sika. Sikana, and the see hospitals. See, you can see, say, woho, Yakan, what back? That's also what is this? They are not operationalized using words, English words to confuse everybody.
Honorable Okoho and Brano, in terms of infidie, our hospital no ebe here. edi aye adwuma no ne awokohu ye no ni nyina wo ho
But videos, I think I have to send the raw videos to the media. We're currently working. We are sending raw videos to the amount because clearly, my name is Anwa, and can to me a short video for what's happening on my normal. And then I can bring about 15 or 20 minutes video. So I will send the raw videos to you so that you know the machines that are packing go home. Some of the rooms, they are packing machines in the Guha. We are just waiting for someone to show leadership, post human beings there, so that they can start using the facility. The machines are available. What the consultant tells me, I can't come at the ACAN. It means about the capacity. It doesn't mean that we should wait for the ACAN and then back because clearly we can start OPD services. Consulting rooms are available. OPD services can be started. We don't need to wait say because we my anything to me there be hospital be an in fact even this hospital available. Depression room for surgery available, post surgery room available, all the equipment in there available, furniture available. So what is this Wularu trying to paint the government black?
All right, honorable yedase na yebo abaso ema iko nso ne adwuma wa megiri se we bema propaganda na ekoso okrum no agyan anase anobe brase enti yebo abaso ehye munkran se munkoso nya adwuma pa emfamoa MPP amanyuku. All right, abjanti honorable Eko Vincent Asifo na yete ne kanu MP for Otafo na videos ne de e achire mu enti mahu ne nyina ene no kure wum enti entrance ema kwabra minta kando nom ene President Mahama nom entum futuro enwu ani asante ento aso with the newspapers na ehwe other newspapers no nsemo a omososo de ebaaye so yewie is it graphic okay so between Afa Ghanaian Times, Daily Guide, any of them na yenfa entrance na ehwe so live on Facebook, live on YouTube, Movement TV on Facebook, Movement TV on YouTube. So Daily Guide say NPP left over 5 billion Ghana cedi in buffers. Ura Amin Adam and all kind of say we are back to Dumso minority and Eka. So Dumso is back. Dumso, you are welcome. Ye nyina na bebre. Wo akwaje besia de ye cool store. Ye kan yezu ana wo ka bi. Akwaje besia bi ye cool store. Obi ka yezu ana wo ka bi. Ya chiko esin so. Yes 27th of March. And an asmo court no the moon sem so no ebetimi abawie government must improve delivery on promises in chambers no so eka o say
be jado no
and say enya onwa enya onwa attorney general na we weekend ni grounds nyina so this big headline about NPP left over 5 billion Ghana cedi in buffers no will come there asante yenko anim na ye ba na ye use sa na ye they are dealing with all the other issues. The Chronicle the Democrat in him or say minority drops major hint taxes galore in Mahama's 2025 budget, new levies to be imposed on real estate, telcos, mining and others after abolishing e-levy and betting tax. Intina asantu timi yi anaka ya hwe quotation ya Chronicle dia to ase ono enti ene kwasi konso gina kwantia ye de benkuma wa
ye de nifa Robin Peter to people
o say Mahama asantu we de ehu okay o de agya sa ase green mu no said ya no okay mehwe wo ha mehwi wi ana makenka charity for o say Mahama economy then relief from unprecedented levels of debt. Into the Democrat the Chronicle. Asante yenko enim na yenfa the other newspapers no enfamra. The Ghanaian Times, Ghana's most authoritative newspaper, was a national economic dialogue. I will see through all proposals. President Mahama assures. And what they ehun what they abba and also southern Ghana to experience heavy rains March June with potential floods. And you Ghana met you for and almost so a cancer man allegedly kills girlfriend na share septic tank mo na aba in fact in about just a week within a week aman for kunkum mo girlfriends no ya adoso tie two man for be man won pe na enyini sika be man won pe no a enyini sika na nye be ma bia na owo akoma otimede ne edebone che wohu under the criminal code of Ghana section saying 213 or say 132 no uji be mesika with the intention say mam send me scan me from ben one fan kwa defrauding by false pretense. What I say o frɛ be ma say o say bra o say send me lorry fare na waji lorry fare no adu move phone defrauding by false pretense under the criminal code of Ghana 1960 no defrauding by false pretense or don't call to be obedi for. What I say it is srem no enye be ma bia na timi e wa akoma pa odi ni sika anaye ne boni odem onimu se wo mpeno a no ahwe hu yi
na obi ajo 200 seme ba no ama 200 into be court
say defrauding by false pretense
aka be bona chiri no nya be 200 nka
defrauding by false pretense nti obekwa kwadi ni sika no waji
chachao I gambling to Udia wadi when you not to baby. The young go baby.
Baby, so unya kase tio unya kase or the proposal ne bana accept a contract. Unya kase wa dia tum se meba. Na why demand send him lorry fare na min famra. Na o sendo lorry fare no ne wa ma defrauding by false pretense.
Ti ase ba.
Enti you kwa to abedi for.
Na better wo be man no di we
for. Maybe o can lorry fare 200. They be sending more than that. They be plane ticket ma ba Fabio Kumase. Na be email na dey.
Plane ticket dey obi twa man na so wa nkwa we obetu aboard ya kun.
Ah o dey plane ticket na o dey plane ticket na aboard ya. Obi so the lorry fare aboard ya ho. But see na e kan o back for say ya grow by a serious issue. O your ba and that's bre kane na ope ushi oba na aso mfa number manwa na o che ne ho ena gasi ubisa number no ano de ama mumu ntia bodo maachi
ye nua meni
asemwe de se o kan bi enti akane ushi oba na ubisa na o che ne ho ena mamu nti ubisa number no ano de ama won ne kasa ba kumienu miensa o sikani do me a favor ene brother okwese se unya ye na ni du kono ya na so se udumu data na
because ukubusa adna ho no
why ho na so betare ma mi amiri akonya nti ye koye se agiri na se uchieska
ne ma mi ayede
amiri akonya
wa mena akonya
ai
Nigeria comedian bi la the guy ka say omo na ma mi amiri obi spoon. And I say, a man is my bomb. I said, I'm coming to be Sophie.
What I say, it's personal. I from one to the pass, can say, power by an only Nicola Bay. And now would the Mojibia so be soon, but to no be say, are there party of one? Oh, miss out that.
I got bad Kwaku.
Bill, I'm immediately. We are friends of lady.
And when you bill of loading because a loading back now that's what the fruit and I know ya
Lola Roma
and now we take it
Lola Roma now the whole county
Kwaku you see now we two a man for no so no you two men man of only right in fact wo yire kra mpo no ya asabi peduasa makobodwa ama dasefo kra mpo wo mu a wakware no kra mpo wo ka se wo mpene ni sere manama na wotu nya ni fie
the best answer be jan na what no
the best thing is say so wadi usika na se wogiri se wo mbra mu se de kwakuku otu ya e na fa ne court
na ko fa lawyer
but say
fa lawyer wi ne ka bo be chire ni sika no e pa so afa
basa wo bobru bebri mu no na to the extent se wo kono na septic tank mu
je ko so ndie
akra ya young lady working USTM that's a young man cool me tete mo bi so girl no ope cheating do na me no obi cheat ye kuno
na wo yirim pono no
o here no
o uko school no nso ko school na mo twempena me so ope cheating ti say de wa
ye kuno o ti menye no asa we empa na mo twe ye no asa we jai
o cheat ye no asa opa ba bia tena
wonim e ka da busuafo abo wo mo sisi abrante wo kuni
for level 4 and the do kuna tracking
one day say wo wuko wa wo ta asase so a wo di ewu no Kwaku the life accept forever
oh yeah onye nipa bio
wagu abusuafo nyina ni masese we wudifo school akwa yi wagu mani mase wona hofo wa bra bo so Kwaku asay forever said ye said John de ejapade chenkofo wo the will forever Kwaku I feel back to
but you see at the end they want to say eto da bia eya na nye mema na bi so mbi kuma but e bia na yaudie bi enti na me kan so obi wo hono magodon oto dan kura ma wo na so mpani bi mo beja ho amoafa na akọ baby but enye obi a na betimi but I think say me hu say futu bi nam TikTok ne so I wish you oba na opel ne wani gine ho a modia na fa de bo ne ho kara fa de kodesi na owi a sa pesika se o dan kura ton na fa de kwa bruchi UK no nko ye adwuma oba be fa what you see and then they see two men na for say e yem pratwe na wo twen so na wo kan yi obi a ware 20 years on na yiri kura timi jai enti woni oba
40
susubo ne ho ka
asofo nyina jai ware
say wo ho ka na eburu so na fi o ka so no wajai a na fe die akoye bibio
Kwaku wo kan sa da boys so do mo ene onya adwe bomba boka no bomba bo edebe ni susu no
oh
what do you mean by susu
ba twempra enfa ne nko nursing school
na wa fare kwa he
enfa ne nko nyo sanya oba entua ne school fees oba wo ne na twempra keke no entua ne school fees
okay lo ka so okusu 3 years we
enfa ne nko tum enya oba no
Kwaku jai oba sego for business
what you say ya wo yire e na wo bua no ese na anu ye kan se obi akoje besia de oba kwa abruchire o yire na so bua na no
asamani no
yes o yire they are fine na on price makwaje besia e Kwaku manu na ono ye yire kwa abruchire wan ko ja na ware bruni ono kura ye na yire no
so ye na yire
e na me kan
so there's no guarantee
ti o na me say
o yire kura beja
anya hwe no so ne wo ma nti oba no anya bi obehwem kola ne bi nti o yire de obetimi afa ho adwane entu no obo no oba twempena godon emfa ne nkotu legon
anu dia
na ye taxi driver na do oba oligon
aha me Dawuro ya adwene in a way me see so ade a me mpeni say wo school say wo nursing training wo university bi no afre me say o hand out me mo is kana fakoto nyam na me school because o papa dey pay school fees ni na hand out no ka ho e dey me koto hand out na mfa so obi eni so ma me nyam na me school no and this Mesia na mi moska bi atodwane adi one day bi dia na eno na say school hu niema say what your school fees no bi na ka e bi dia mi ntia
anti rasa mi kan che mo boa mo re die mutua da na mo o be ko so tia o se mo mra ni enko base
da bi nya na me hwe school
anti ra base e ba o se e mra ni enko base
e ba ko e na die
anti rasa e mra ni enko base o se mo ne die munya ka na mbetua munya ka na
me now for mpenifo bi ya mo ye professor for bi omo asende messages omo se momu na asende minkabi
omo se o silence ni loud
ba se makabi me de Kwaku me de mechanic say do bi beye ene de wonye say in terms of say wo boa oba no especially oba no untim man limit
okay
na mom no
okay we dey we
na mom no wo ba ma na wo yes ade no wo na say wo hu say e pass se wo dia
oba
fani sa
enti
oba na wo bua no no
wo bua with the intention say
every pass
ayeyi how
chacha na wo koto
enti won twitter sim for banko legon
David
oh Kwaku
say wo wie no abeware no
wo ware no wie na ade no kodi ya no ye
Kwaku na wo kebusa wo say e ko obi a wo se wo hwe wo ba ebia wo ya adwa kakra naturally no remember aware no ya remember ta anyini chen eba and so the likelihood say oba be man be ya adwuma a che oba eja oba no e higher ya don't remember ta bo ema ho ka now be man if you're in the position to assist oba bi wo hu no was so university was so ko iba wo wie wo die after I start wo die when you adwa akra o person support no no wie a wa ware na Kwaku mese mika mi hu boni ewum na so no se wo wie na wa anware wa susuma na nshi because oja wo dia wonya waja pade o Kwaku don't forget say wo no ebia wo that opportunity ebia wo that you say obetimi abɔ ne de bia ne semester we amoto ato the handouts bi wanye baba fo so be yewu
ti o se o so di no ko school dia o di no ko school wa wagi atum se oba no me di wo ko school
da bo boa no na na de ko school no
sa mo anu de me de me na me di ko school dia me de be ko se mo obi a na me na so fund school na
Hajia Mariam say e mema ni bi so hwe mema ni bi de o ko school
sa na
sa system de ba on kan ya
ba si na no abrante ba ko o yes video social media so me ma ye adwuma ma ye no afimu nyina no wo afre me say wo hia 5000 cedis immediately wo di immediately ba jimi wa ye adwuma ma ye immediately go no ti o enne ne ama mema no ekuma no especially wa ware mu no
temperature mu
me say aware mu de ne de society ani ansore ne ka ho
sa
yes wodo yesi me nya aware oba yi a oni be mati onim se odona san en society se me nya aware entina ote ho na otete be ma na be ma so etete oba no na fi oba na fi ase e ma be ma no papa nkyene be ma no so bi wo ho no so a ofa ade a ode aba oba no wakuno enti ese yesan revisit sane mani nyina biem na ehwe ni nyina biem ono obi antu ne hofo na yakunwe nta eto da bi a enipa ne bi won ma no omudi nkomo pa eya na intention nya se bi okukuno ba oba ne ka che ne so na gya sa no eni shock bi onyaye o ma ne nsa so apo no da hodin afo be wie ni wono ne ho
mi de Kwaku ni nyina
mu susu invest e wo mani
eto da bi so aho
you
eya na obi a obekun ne yire adaso obekun ne girlfriend no
na be ma oba so bekun
o da me ka me ma de most of the time me ma the tire sa
me ma na ekum
a man is silent killers.
Yes, and by no kwa na ta wala wanyini. Muso ta na yeta o de jim kakra.
Na ma papa nchire.
Ya bi wani be hu. Kwaku most of the time ya na signals ne ba. Red flags no e ba. Say me menti ase da say won no girlfriend wo. Nya ware mpo. Won no girlfriend wo ho. Na oba na akwa bi no wankra.
Girlfriend.
Na girlfriend wo
wesimbofu
na wo ba ya usubuofu wa bona sum me for me e ya bodam sem
da bi tie e ka da bi a yesi enru asemunti ene to da bi a na basa se gidie bi e break e enru anti uko ba bi no ankra na obebo asum
me ba o hwe me mi se miti hu kra e de kra se me ko ba bi e se me kra e kama brabo ho se me ko ba bi abra me nkra enti mesumi siawa ese mesumi me decide to say beba be ko bia no obekra ba wankra mentimi ntome nsambo se say enti
na wankra
wo de wontimi nto nsa
ya bia na se me yesa
ba de se me ma de
ba ma de me na edi semu de ne no ano no ba ba de
ese de me ma de se otimi se wa ware oba oyire no no won su control onu so wo su control munya ma obo bia su control enti ane de wo tumi se obabu se sasa nyimi ba wo twempena de ahunu se nya odia empra twi de wonya yi wadwen se wo twempena masa nyakoma mienu
obi ne
eso nyakoma mienu
ene te wo
Kwaku mo me fa ku fiada
ye wie we me wie ano no me wie ne akọ Amina Adam ho obi ne yire te ho a omo ne yire ne kra ne se okọ ayi na waba ne yire fi ayi ba ya o se ne yire ne kọ no na onyi na ya se okọ ayi ba
ye Kwaku je
wona tie
make us
everyone no
eba me kawo
zero and then one deputy usubana dedi
deputy
dabia ba se we fa wonko awia po
no for to boss untimi kan tie to boss tie ba sa pe na gidie na san
yes
etu pie so koto credit kra no wan grape
wo so ye de
oko no onyi wo ba wa yi
o so ne yire kra ne se oko ayi aba oko no afo ofu ayi ba ya wayi na ya no again na ayi a wo ko ba no na ko yi
wa kasa oboa oboa in the sense
oba ko washroom
ko dware ansa na okọ yi okodware wie no wamfa no wa mekire wansa na okọ
enti bia okọ no onyi e obi so oba na oba so oduru ho no fele say na ho afunche so no si dey big
oba no confirm
we dia yi we
na oba no so confirm say ade
ojitum enye yi
ayemu
oji enti aba sa pe na ni se mebiri aba so ha ye wuntumi radio 95.9 movement television and our sugu so tie kai say abin peche promo no e kosom and star 256 star 4 star 256 star 4 for number 2 ye wuntumi radio movement TV Accra. Number 3 number of ticket but number 4 your mumu pin where the can have been kunim shannon so mama say on the 7th of this month jackpot kese pay ba go no nyema ye beche no ye beche fridge fridge in count ye beche TV ye beche air fryers ye beche microwaves ye beche rice cookers ye beche blenders ni nyina chi no ni ye de 20,000 Ghana cedis at the account until 7th December there 7th January there
March
7th March a day after the Independence Day
Friday
fiada be a aben peche jackpot
che obi say na
when twa bia why your ho obi say den
obi say na eyi nka ho ana
adeka
ene ma be che no
she
mistake ka
ana meto bia che no meto bia che
Papa Bill I said Dawuro has made that said they take you on but they are me so they take you on but the Dawuro you say na
and the
Dawuro has made my day with the ayas in me.
Oh erare enti ye dey see ye dey enu asi ho but no afa yewura Endra minority press conference na press conference no yewura Mohammed Amin Adam ena o address in central function mu no oye former finance minister say the constituency ne Karaga ho
Karaga
yeah na Endra godon mehwe na hoodin a na ode kan press conference no ene vima na ewo mu a na emame arehyimu say sa minority we ebeye adwuma because previously anka obehu no na be a leader of the minority no ena oyeden or address our press conference ba ma mo honorable Alexander Kwame na fenyoma kinsabaso hwe gono what's the DBB obehu say eto da bi a omakwan e ma even first time address media no on some issues
say ya address bi da
Gidobwa address bi da na nu yi kokko Dondako address bi da ona wo
ayi na make Dako
eswame
na ba ko no kaso akwa so
Jerry wa onu put the so leader ayi MP for Etiwa East Etiwa West
okay
ona bo kokko
okay
address bi yes and I say lawyer bafo wu akra so address bi da eti honorable minority leader na juma oye no godon oye sa odi boostu emrantie no ana new eyifo na aba no boostu omo capacity any confidence omo mutimi eden eye adwuma we wankaso na minority leader chinchinchina chi obekwa kwotena ho no wakan wa makwan honorable Mohammed Amin Adam say Endra on deliver in fact Endra the delivery no godon eye perfect Endra obo adwuma sa na mani age na me wo Raben FC ho ho na me kwohwe press conference yeah
Edward to say Ochema Beju was said the rules was a beji post no is a chire hine and now is the second here the first
Ochema hwe kwa me jesi na first why na no ma Suzy frame say kwa me from Ochema si achi hine biem na kwa me jesi asi no catch oba kro catch ne son from mra no one from man no we
just say they just be the first and the last because they say chiro bia ni obi
eti ono kwa me na afanyuma kings ye bona baso pa say leadership na order na di no why ade na on to aso no nye ne sa na oma unity no emra because a minority no ye united agonom me hwe team na wo ho no a hwe new ones na buy no hwe lawyer bafo awua hwe lawyer Dondako hwe obi ti say wan po biem Jerry Ahmed
yes
eni omo e ka ho aba
Michael Boahen mu nyina
Michael Boahen no eni Bosomefre ho asafo agi no yes wahu na no okre MP sorry wo parliament
na sorry
mi na me catch o nyasem keto nyasem keto nanado onu nyina ebu aduma ansa na obi ti say abuginapo obi ti sɛ Dr. Gideon Boako obi ti sɛ Alhaji Dr. Kabiru obi ti sɛ finance minister yi Dr. Amin Adam Center Sifano
service police the third term na second
and to which say minority no kodwo opon nom ni hia pay unity no ba godon on be ye
ba make be busy wo bo di kodwo opon kroma say enra metie no wo city eyewitness and na me monitor do bekasa e wo press conference no it metie ya na metie so wo kodwo opon kroma and I mean say kodwo ni delivery and it tells you a lot about ebia cohesion and unity bia a war minority no a very very essential going forward. Say honorable afenyo marking kwenti mini bibia model and now yes I say
baby bia
because what you say pa na dwere gu nya mencha de wo mo che wo fa kwa cha ko for the crazy baby who bia o say make yourself relevant make yourself relevant wo mo ho nyina no yeah one more opportunity and as a part of more opportunity no they have made themselves relevant ya no ntina more opportunity obi enkasa obi minim so far obi a woye first time Kwaku wakasa ya disappointed
there be
minim obi so far no minya hu bi say hwe ablakwa kra ne vetting ene asafoje na ebusa no sector specific questions. And look at the questions I know the man.
Emma Ablakwa do who dance say intelligent questions.
Yes. Oh, we said the best 3 questions.
Now we'll do NDC, MP, or second time MP. Now so Mr. Question. I say honorable nominee. Congratulations.
Bye bye. Wait. Kwaku. Afe.
Okay, so yafa yinemra ye bebo few videos maybe anwa kakra enti asante o say Dr.
Markins bi
sir
marking
dey say Markins dey emde
mzabofo nyina mesra Markins mo fa nche de sa
mo fa nche me na ya me de ka ho am say ma me feel pa o say Mahama decided say obey propaganda instead of the Obama state of the nation. I didn't know
what's it? Markings again. Well, we will take it like that. So I remember the role in my prayers.
Radio, I'm find me. Okay, so yanko tie or say or starting with the propaganda. We are not for the true state of the economy. John Mahama ebeto the kan really out.
One would have appreciated a true state of the nation that acknowledged challenges in 2022, the remarkable turnaround as a result of the decisive policies of the MPP government, supported by the IMF, and the challenges still remaining that will require steadfastness from the new government. And when this is backed by a clarion call by the president to Ghanaians to support him and his new government to consolidate the gains, you would have had consensus across the political divide to drive the Building Back Better agenda for Ghana. But what did we get from the president? Rather, he chose to do propaganda, and we can assure you that this propaganda will come to hit and hurt him hard. Fellow Ghanaians, the true state of the nation is that exchange rate stability, which we saw before the end of 2024, and which has continued into the first quarter of this year, is not by any magic from the Mahama government. It is because the Akufo-Addo government left significant levels of international reserves for them. In addressing the issue of buffers created to support expenditure and maturing debt obligations, the president focused on the sinking fund as if it is the only source of buffers. The sinking fund is just one of our buffers. At each point in time, the government designates some accounts for buffer and for purposes of special payments. In the last 8 years, such accounts included the sinking fund, the Eurobond proceeds account, the IMF proceeds account, and the Treasury Main 2 account. For example, the IMF third review disbursement of $360 million was done on 2nd December 2024, but this was kept as buffer part of which was used to pay coupons amounting to $346 million to Eurobond holders on 3rd January 2025. This was not done from the
Yera, I mean Adam ena okanisa so yefe wachre na yehe state na Akufo-Addo aban no eja amamunde majo mahama
The state of our nation is that economic growth has rebounded strongly. The external sector is impressive, and our resilience towards shocks and external vulnerabilities is at all-time high. This is the true state of our economy, but the president and his government has a different understanding of what a strong economy means. President Mahama again cited the headline inflation of 23.8% and the 19% rate of depreciation of the cedi for 2024 as indicators of a badly managed economy. It's important to provide context to this. Following the COVID-19 and supply shocks globally, prices of food and other essentials increased substantially. Even in the advanced countries, inflation averaged 7%, very high for countries that are used to 1% or less inflation. The causes of this rise in inflation globally were not far-fetched. For example, COVID-19 slowed down the world economy due to lockdowns and the closure of factories and offices, including major port facilities across the world. And this adversely global supply chains. Also, many countries implemented fiscal stimulus to revive economic activity. However, faced with supply constraints, the increased demand resulting from the fiscal stimulus led to higher inflation. To control inflation, the central banks of many countries, led by the advanced economies, resorted to monetary tightening by increasing rates. This led to significant investment reversals from small open economies like Ghana.
Okay, so Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam and Martin Kano. So we got two more voices. Mebo. Na first one, I say Dumsono. John Mahama eka woni State of the Nation muse osobi Dumso ansa noko enya no kre. Na Dumso no asaba inti unpublished Dumso timetable na Ghana for hu kombefa so a ombe plan life.
The government's handling of the power situation has increased uncertainty about economic growth prospects this year. The promises by the President in his address to the nation to fix the current Dumso cannot be different from those he made during the 4 years of Dumso endured by Ghanaians between the end of 2011 and 2016. Not even the creation of a new Ministry of Power by him could save the nation from the excruciating effects of Dumso, resulting in the dismissal of then Minister for Power in January 2015. Even in 2016, there were major power interruptions which were blamed on maintenance and what was described as localized faults, a new term for PR stunt intended to cover up Dumso, as the government was avoiding issuing load shedding timetable despite public demands for it because the general elections were close. Yet, the Ghanaian people knew Dumso had not ended because they lived with it and continued to suffer from it. Mr. President, you did not fix Dumso as you claimed in your address. What? Your record on Dumso is abysmal, unlike your predecessor, Nana Addo Kwaku, who kept the lights on. Yeah. As we are back to Dumso in another Mahama term, Ghanaians remember with fear and anxiety the potential devastation this could cause them and their businesses, especially small businesses like hair salons, welders, dressmakers, and many more who earn their daily bread from it. Many people and businesses have already felt the pinch and the pain of living with the current Dumso. We have also seen the return of electric generating sets in shops, in clinics, and at social events. Mr. President, this is the true state of our nation and not what you presented to Parliament. To ameliorate the impact of these erratic power challenges, we, the mighty minority, call on the government to publish a load shedding timetable today to help people and businesses plan effectively.
All right, so Dr. Amin Adam, as a wupa umpo dumsono aba for timetable nebra, and on Kumasi Mountain so generator and okanwasimi. And finally, Namidi we know or say now Mahama no be himself any government official one no sisia oye terminator one because enyuma and all terminate appointments in the sacking croffosa. So now your Mahama is known to be or say Obemejumano. He is known as the Terminator 1.
The Mahama administration made a lot of political gains by highlighting the plight of young Ghanaians who were yet to get jobs after over 2 million others had gotten jobs in the 8 years of the MPP administration. They promised 2 more people for each job under the 24-hour economy program. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now a notorious fact that to create vacancies for the purpose of employing NDC youth, the Mahama administration has sacked thousands of young Ghanaians who had been properly employed by the previous administration. The termination of the jobs of young Ghanaians, which has become synonymous with Mr. President Mahama, who we now prefer to call Terminator 1, is a sign of what is yet to come. Sacking people from employment and replacing them later with others does not amount to job creation. What the people of Ghana want are new jobs for those yet to be employed. President Mahama knows that. The programs he outlined in his statement, Nkoko, Nkitinkiti, and the rest, cannot create sustainable jobs for the Ghanaian youth. Hence, the resort to termination of existing jobs for future replacement to shore up his job numbers. This is after President Mahama had argued, sadly, in 2016, that it was legitimate for an outgoing administration to recruit and sign deals up until the midnight of January 7 the following year, when its term expires. Not only are these double standards worrying, but the dismissals will no doubt worsen the unemployment situation which he promised to fix. The thousands who have been dismissed have
and Yadamwasi, Godon Dasibre, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, former finance minister and MP for Karaga. Mami to you, Dasibre.
You better minority Nasi, the assassin di Kakano. Leader ni team no. And woman na Juma or Mombono. We a year. Mighty minority said ye. Honorable Adam Akano. Na Debbie Aka, the second year will do rura. And I walk it to see. Oh, Rasha Jofi. And he, and the Tinia Bien. Sir Osha NPP for over 88. Yeah, as against NDC for the yo. What do you say? Send this for NPP for share. No more ye BBS Mr. Radio, yes. Mrasaba Jafuni. A fatawomo. Now meet me yen so. Na Ghana for na some other Mampani Mahama Bekan. Nebi Busa, Nano Bechamus Medicine Bisa say. We a judge channel be try ya na say Ghana na all can was much. Obia would tear o Mampani Mahama be who say, or be charged. If you say, and some no all cano. What do you know? Now, Busa say, and Papa way. Now, was what's your baby, a war. The missus were ya no. Now, I can't add Ghana for one. I bet Diaconia and fear nine and fan. I could never fear Ghana for the Sakura you will do on the Sunam. Say, your mamra, no, what's your baby? Oh, by ya, I try no, I would never tell one fear nine and fan and ask how to buy it. And now, dear, complain, that when you be just no friend complain. That be our complaining. And where you say, Abaya, Ukoshia, organized labor, now, Secretary to Manoko did natem. Who predecessor could not tem. So, but we move phone. Now, we are criminally minded. When yes, you can't walk. And so, when yes, you can't see the Yama. Uba ye to say no waji. Na no busu mi aba ye to say no waji. Sika na uba ya wo de yes anya ma nyina no kofa ne fa. Na mo aka sika ni ana ya ka se 5 billion bi na da ho. Enti wo ma nya na nto ho anka ba ye dey. Ama mo no Ghana for me Joma Hama say waka bibia me mfa ne serious. Me dan say na bia me pe bia menya bibi atwa dia news bi keke. Na say bia me tie bibi papa bia fi o mampani Joma Hama num da. Joma Hama dia say papa be no we ka kire because ye ninu dada majwa dada no a ensakrae papa bia mfiri mu ma. Media me hu say President Mahama ba oba yina no bia o was cause bi no person settle. And so baso be bu my Ghana for nti Ghana ni bia we expect say mampani Mahama baby bi paba wo no dwene foforo terminator 1 o ma ya hwe ma Ghana for nti mama ya ha ye ho say ye nya mampani bi aba ono no oba baby bi papa bi e de ama ye ama ne ba nso ayeye nti eno de say hwe niye na ye hunu say ta ne betena mu oba say ya na emfie na naso na bibia mfiri mu aba wanti mma no nyama nwa
me the minority in parliament enra no manage ho was say omokosoa na omoka the next 4 years 3 years a day anymore and 4 years according to a year Kwaku was say omokoso e kasa was omokoso
baby as me say kasa
echechenzemu so omokoso e press conference upon press conference say ombeye presentation krampo said me kai say ahoa mo kai that time na CJ
omukuta
blackboard
any petrol gallon
now obo paper blackboard is no tro a formula for calculating the cost or price of petroleum products ni na no we betimi ayebi Kwaku bibi na esienti na party no elusu power na anya sa ekobi a World Bank for Krampo etimi project say ebia Ghana ebetimenya growth of about 4%. Na Kwaku ewie ye after covid ewie na yakobe 6.4%, exceeding the expectation of World Bank ni for na say and I am before Kwaku say aban no wayere no ho mene wo ka say wo hwe treasury reserves Kwaku e wo ho no ma yakobe 9 billion
yeah
about 8.4 ye musa ye ho say ura John Dramani Mahama e bra no wa ban no mu na wo free so akọ 2016 no say no dijaye ya na nwanwa say ene omutimi nya kwan quite mika say and the way say as if buso say group where I'm a baby da this same group my baby da et mo kwa 2016 no e dey na mudijai figures no in this woman you refi and this for the figures no monka and right here and ram meeting say economic dialogue was dey na mo ye no na metie finance minister Kwaku finance minister ready the momre onye deep
ohunu so
debi afena kofe fatiti figures bia to so le chiche no ho afo sane a ensane na chokino
ono kasa wakasa Ghana for the last 8 years na so ye be hye no they are trying the taxes no dey ba no you see they are almost the new taxes ba baby to say telecommunication a likely say talk time tax number to so on beside the VAT and so hobby ediaba real estate tax new taxes be
ba so metima the tax for biaba
almost dey beba
and so mo kikan no
almost in fact they are
the new tax about
the new tax about they are non come so
59% increment in utility in the financing by is it by July
so musa I me for so montum
na say I me for ya na dey 11 near buy ti we Robin Peter to people madam ase bebre
sa yanko
mon kona Dr. Siama ba hu hia mbesa ba bi why madam ase bebre nti abusia da sebre ene godon matio mo ka Dr. Siama from Nature Medics abekan sa se madu ni animi adi animi me ne di nkomoti dog good morning.
Good morning.
Patro na ho tisen.
Nyame adom e ho ye.
Ye nyankopon ase. Si edidi o ye ho ye. Ye didi ni eguso no mu idie. Yare so mpae nipadua mu da. Na madaroma, mo se enye den ibenya hoden.
medasi Dawuro me de enchia soronko e ma won't me 95.9 etifo ni movement TV ahwefo nyina yes yare de empani pa honda se wo yini pe nko de mo je di mo free sign de bia e wo se wo yehwehwemu ha bu wo se afimu nyina me nko ayare sabia no odidi adanse
ohia se obeyare ansa na wako
eni kwan se obi o use shen anaze car every 3 months commercial for crowd every month bia o so ko service oil ye bibia ba wo ni pedua no adwen se wo de
odi car ne be kwako sesa oil ba no ade
onko o ma hospital mi hwehwe ni mugem se de ni kidney ni sa si ye adwuma se srade crowd o so ni mugem a onim no nam ho the one day bu an say what a shock yes na village people near the question and tesa o say wa take responsibility of your health na wa utu na mo na ma wa pomudin hu say dey ehia na opomudin hu hia odi na nature medics ene dey enru ahoro abadwa so na ma be fo kwan so dey aba aban agiatum so wo fa ne kwan so a ya kire say dey wo fa na wo yare nyina betu akọ amfa how bia anso nye dey na ye kan nature medicine no dia na ye kan gasto mixture aye drum won so a nature medicine dia ba eboa with peptic ulcer na ye ka peptic ulcer dia na ye ka esophageal ulcer ba minimum na ye ka duodenal ulcer ba won so nketuom any gastric ulcer ba wo yefunu mu ni nyina no nsankyere ne ye ba ne se wo ha obo hyehyew wo ha oyam edwa wo yam hyehyew anadwo wuntimi nda obu faso sa udidi kakra bia na hyew so na begina obo na se opese ofe utie oya ukọ private abu ha obo hu se uyam timi tu bu won so obo hu se private na ania yutum malina stew ni nyina ayen senkyere ne chese wonya peptic ulcer na se wanya hu bibia obo hu afede na start na bone nsuno num na uyefunu mu tokro ni nyina no wo so ope hu adwuma na wo ye wanya etimi akofa how bi e de aide e de abrew na ni nyina mu no gasto mixture etimi eboa eso ano eyi free honum emma wa how bia entimi enye de emma peptic ulcer ho how no be nyina nyina free honum se obi o se o medium ulcer no treat enko try gasto mixture be yi free honum mama se wo yam e na etu se wonya typhoid fever o se typhoid no me treat enko Monsanka gasto mixture betimi eye free honum so yam na etu Monsanka gasto mixture free nature medics be yini nyina free honum amount na wo yo ba nso so na wo how e wo menses mu dia na eye menso plus mixture e free nature medics eyo baby adamfo to baby o so nya menso plus mixture e sha handbag mu e se e kan ho ifri se eno na ebe boa eyi menses ho how nyina ayede afri ho no mama se eye oyawa e wo menses mu e friend say dysmenorrhea obu ha ne menses ne ba just obi atene nkan se akosu ya time na so se obu ni nsa Monsanka menso plus mixture ebe yi how ni sa ya wo nyina ayede afri ho no obu ho so a emaye hypomenorrhea bank tinkiti so drop and a light so obu ho so a clot etimi for me bebre ewo bra menses no kura ntimi ma obu ho ane de na etimi tia na aba one day abu kura 2 days no kura emaye say 2 days na flow ye kura yanke normal but obni de no 2 days no makra obu ho so kura ne de na ateko menorrhea ateko kura bra wo ye young girl okakọ check no onyim mfa afuro so na menses ateko ni nyina no onsaka menso plus mixture ebetimi ejini nyina afiri honum amam na oho atọ obu nso obu ni nsa moja ne timi tu na fe oya anemic wan hwe kra na obebu afa so akofa hawa befie ni nyina no enye normal entena ho ma menses enwe moja nyina ma onsanka menso plus mixture ebetimi eyi menses ho how aye menorrhagia moja tu buru so Monsanka menso plus mixture free nature medics betimi ejini na efiri ho no mo bowura ba bia ton bebedro anase habanru anase ye ton dro o man ha ba bia na obisa se menso plus mixture obia betimi ayibi ama onso so wo menses no akoyi ama na obo ho ane de no so emaye yemfa ne se eba ni cycle no ene 21 days was the next time best aba na 35 days nti wontimi kura hu time or to kosua because very irregular nti ni nyina no say oligomenorrhea just say period na cycle na sisa
ni nyina no video nam social media so
police divisional police headquarters almost say ho nyina video ho police headquarters almost say ho bisina
na asofo no o so mpe peace no okoy no man tunufo Dawuro mi de mi bisa wo o man tunufo
anka yate chairman tunufo anka yate
na
na menim say mete say osofo Duncan Williams tunufo say manu fa tumi a wanya no enko settle scores ba kuma se dem so far me man full program ba me nyan hu
ona say anamo mu tu de anamo ma start tu de say e score settling ye ba ye omo mu gina court nyina omo ba ye omo mu gina court nyina ya clear bia eni ya hwehwe nkrofo fro de o makoko
yeah Absa chairman Popo Kuni Martin ko first vice chairman ewo Dome Kwabenya constituency ema NPP ha ye wuntumi radio 95.9 any movement television na esanka ama de ku ebekan ho said ye publish on your Facebook no but bibinti ama entimi amekan sa chairman yenra other issues nim na yenhwe nia ekoso bibiti say national Cathedral this weekend issue abapa you see Hajj village and uncle for can say you see national cathedral and this is for the Kamuba most Hajj village and all that around it and put the fully funded by government minim se san komodo do wani adi akira
won say na me di kan me say ohun o man we mo ohun hypocrisy eno na me enko yanimo Yesi Cathedral. Cathedral no. Individuals contribution bebre wom. Yesi yenti bida. Yewa.
Yes.
Yenti bida. Me bisa wo. Oman ya yebetenem wo hu say afibi. Yesi ye organize pilgrimage. Ama Christopher akọ Israel. Aban no etua percentage of the money.
Yeah.
Minim say I stand to be corrected. Say bibi sa wo ha. Say ni ho.
Me so me nya ho.
Enka Kristo so so de. Ni ti no nka enfa na wo.
Israel.
Enso ye nya bibi sa. A Kristo for ye nka ho hwe. Ye nkoda ye meti a. Ye se kra no. Ye nuanom nkramofo omokọ Mecca no. Aban ye den. Etua part of omusika.
Yeah.
Na aban ti woyi se yakasa aban a sebi o enye president Mahama ni botomu sika eye minu mienu nyina yesam yanimu fifire ye tax ajeje no ene ese obi mfa nkwa den hajj enye sa
yes sir
na si hajj no so kra de engenerate sika bi amayen o na ye national cathedral se be generate sika
yeah
and along the line no sika bia aban sika bia ko mu no ebe den
ebeba project bit me atua na hoka
bagana for SNT bida na ne san ye nipa kura na san ye etwa nipa nso no e wo Ghana homa kan na architect no na hwan me so me na me ka kire o say adi we enke ekofa architect bi fi America ana say Russia ana hi fa na de ne ba na obeye ya nke nyina be bom sem so kama pa
na mum oye
Ghana ni de we are our own enemies. I mean, for how long are we going to continue like that as a country? For how long are we going to continue? Tese because of ye fununti kakre benya she botom no, we are always and ever ready to sacrifice truth for our stomach. And this will not help this country. Now, presidential spokesperson Aba Felix Ofosu-Kwakye also oh, and your taxpayers' money now, a Ghana Civil Aviation. Now, Ghana Civil Aviation, wind there. Your taxpayer.
Yeah,
oh, is it not for taxpayer?
No, Dawuro. And your taxpayer there.
Yeah.
And it's a taxpayer. Say sika na omudisi no. Say sika no ha. Couldn't that money could have been diverted to build schools?
In fact, omo catch say omo ye campaign, omo catch National Cathedral, omo ba, omo the Hobey Hospital. And that's how come people voted for them. They can also convert the Hajj village into hospitals.
Precisely.
If they want to be principal.
Precisely. No, but as for principle, look, NDC as a party, they have no principle. At the time of Yewraku for OC Jubilee House.
Yeah.
As a man of Guy,
also on the poultry farm.
Bomb the Wabe and Kukubu. I'm the way in Kukubu. They have no principles. But you see, a country only strive, only moves forward based on principles. Yeah? Love him or hate him. Donald Trump, a campaign, or say, may say. Whether good or bad. Onye.
Oh, yeah.
Nyoka nyina oguso ye. Nyoka nyina oguso ye. But yeah, dear, one excuse after the other. One lies after the other.
One committee after the other.
Committee din so there. You be. So one is get anybody.
President na minister na CEO te.
There's a why? Na parliament in so te.
And one day one committee chairman Paul Poku me ba na area committee ni mu na ya hwemu asem kai say aben peche promo no ekoso and Monday morning. So *256*4# on MTN and Telecel can Vodafone na wafa 2 ye wuntumi radio Movement TV Accra 3 number of ticket arbitra 4 you mumu pin unya the bank one there ubedi nkunum ene chairman talking about committees ene and the economic forum na uhwa you say economic forum no ebehwe macro stability economic transformation infrastructure development structural reforms private sector growth and governance into we ho economic forum ne nene ochina then I will come from
na
first question ube 2 MPP for say omunkwa na omunko
media afutu amama MPP for so omunko. Okay, the reason is very simple. This Katasumo Muaso committee omaye yom be ye to mfutu egu nkrofo ani we ni
Katasumo Muaso committee
na edabio oman no efe na ya start chechere Ghana 80 for 60 something years e wo ho no ye di no ye ni blueprint bi ye follow Dawuro okwanya ye befa so ama city stabilize ama sa ne ma we abasa no this ekoye economic forum answer nya solution na nkrofo mte Bank of Ghana ni ministries name say ye wo bi National Development
Planning Commission
na debio omo no osan nkrofo ni omadwuma ne sen. Are they not there to formulate policies?
And that's what they are supposed to do.
Is Bank of Ghana not there to formulate economic policy in conjunction with the finance ministry? And this is a forum. Now the baby forum, you hear a betcher, or my see in Niska, you hear a betcher Costa forum when they buy. Create loot and share to borrow the words of
Justice
Doche. Create loot and share. That is all. That is going on. And the committee need there. Look, when I may be sir, our mind bebre ayebio, among musika stabilize it. Why do we reinvent the wheel when the wheel has already been invented? Is it not application to our local lesson to make it work? Ye say Britain transia and pound sterling valuable. Identity because in Kawo say industries in Yamanaka Nanka Germany in Yamania I was so those times na Germany Deutschmark no crano na omusikano almost about 3 to 1 British pound because of the gold reserves that they have. Omaya yet 2 gold from 18 18 something. So Obuasi 18 so they started to gold.
Over 100 years. Right.
Na yet ho. Na your gold reserve oil until Nana Kufuor nom type. Na your gold reserve oil kra na nu 8 tons.
Below 8 tons, yes.
How? How do you expect your currency to what? To become stable and to become valuable? What are you backing your currency with? Yeah, your maya. Kufuor do aban ba so 8 years no minia. Yenya trade surplus. And under normal circumstance, if we have something backing our currency with all this trade surplus, no, I think you see can headache. Ijina. Because any my export to kono. It also change. Nya important.
Yes.
And we are spending less dollars in buying. I think our dollars in Rebecca.
Yes.
But what do we see? What do we see? And when you hear economic forum, and sana, anyway, I'm not surprised. I did my maybe a chop bar operator, could be a minister.
Chop bar operator.
Under NDC government. No one cocoa of Papa Nifin cocoa, Miria finishing.
Sir.
Yeah. No, a chop bar. I'm sorry, deputy minister.
Sir.
Oh, yes. Ampim something. They ampim.
Rollins one now.
Yeah, Rollins one.
Okay. Chamber of Eti Ebusia Chamber na wate ne ka ha chairman beda. City chairman ese wo hwe said ye si koyi a yeka forum no. Na ka obeka say Jomama eba no. Or ye promises. Or the manifesto buy. Oba wa fa nipa a oni omo eye adwuma. Forum ben bi.
There be say so creative avenue obetimi aka say say mintimi nye free SHS enti no ye call
because we stakeholder engagement forum
no forum no decide say it is not in the best interest of the nation say ye be free SHS na kese ye year film and then nyam na me na kam se be but you could share nipa you could adwene no say nya dey
the social contracts na only Ghana for sign in a manifesto document
or there before the forum will overrule the social contract then am say katazo mu so.
Oh, I see but so far the appointment now I no so mu saying any power appoint you.
Oh well me there you see yes sometimes we become victims to what has happened elsewhere. Why do I say that? Oh, Nkrofo, you're good. And I'm ranting, but I'm ranting now. I'm ranting now. What is their pedigree? I do say, oh, sorry. Look, Steve Jobs, Emra, or started Apple, as a company.
Yeah.
Look at the turbulence. Up and down. At a point in time, he even lost the business. Then he went rethink and did all that he had to do. And again, he came back to acquire a greater share in it. Obiako school. Onye Jumada. The only work experience I know one is no photocopy. So
yes.
Now along the line, Oko ni krom say ja ni krom ono e crash ni ho. And na obedi MP. And then a foreign minister.
Obviously, a dining hall prefect. Also, in the work experience.
You know,
no health minister.
And you know, are we saying say in this country, you need practical people and bureaucrats and people who have achieved. Look, for instance, say Donald Trump for Elon Musk as a government efficiency wire Odifa because he has proven himself. Anambwa. He has the track record say even when he bought X or be redundant because I say the efficiency wasn't good. He managed to reduce staff drastically and did not affect the performance of the platform. At least he has a proven track record. But all these people, where is their track record? what have they achieved in life? I mean, look, me, I don't want to belittle anyone, but point in say, we shouldn't, who say, I mean, can, may near say, oh, may ye near my dear please, what should be our central focus is what are the things that we are doing. How far can it take Ghana? How far can it take Ghana? Now I say, yeah, point to be CEO or quite you man organizing motor for na omudina chibebre. And no. What does it bring? And no crowd baby you cry na kakra na beba because yeah nkwala ibe ko ho na e say niema na ye wei na e bokro no na transport su besu. You know, we must be seen to be serious. Now yet we should not run the country based on one excuse or the other. We must be seen to be proactive, to be serious, to be practical, and send this country forward. That is what we must look at. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. And come here, buy you say, oh, yafa we are see, ye we are see you. Now, you do appointment take on and send your private sector. No, you do appointment letter can you do way you can what targets. You say you are coming to do something different.
It's why I went to me at TV and you mean the back yourself. Why you sack yourself?
That's all. Because you more private sector. No, I feel be our targets. Now you must achieve your targets. Now we there, you have 4 party boys now. Now, me say, the funny aspect is that I have reduced ministers. Great, but they say
appointed directors will bring.
Presidential staffers communication kwa jama about 38. And then kotia wholesale every regional party officer organizer
presidential staffer for their various regions. As automatically no deputy regional ministers. Chairman Paul Opoku enche di nkomo no bebe
na commission no kra hwe o de commission atete. Okay. Yes, parliament e ko den retreat.
How na ka me de obey.
Na me ama di kan jampo esi wo. Yewura bambabin. Emri bi atwa mako. Yes, ye nko retreat wo Rock City. In your mind, you know, a branch champion there. Ono nkasa kra kan. Oh, yeah, near branch champion there, madam for no. Now he should not take it a sika in your mind. Until we cannot afford to go on the retreat. Now, Anyabia, Yura Mahama Bay or Mampenino, man, be out if you heaven and
I. Oh, Sikaba.
Is it because, say, it is a lie that they are feeding us? Say, Omana Tetia Pro, Sikabi just to be able to justify their non-performance, but in reality, on the ground, that is not what the matter is. Because yes, I didn't come here and call retreat. MPB and the
four-star hotel.
Oh, MPB and the between cigar.
There be.
And ya buying.
I buy the between a tier for parliamentary service staff.
Now, some more training, Kurana, a training, Kurana. You must go and cry.
If I don't know your Galamsey conference, some way in our Kempiski. But I walk, you know, now or court Galamsey Amran home and a quiet press conference. But by you know, all your Galamsey forum, no the court Kempiski. Now, besides, I need to Galamsey no or mood Rosen and beat me back Kempiski. I beat ye in someone penny for walker.
Now, Kempiski or no, and so crab are saying. Bottle water, ketwa, we, bako, no boy say.
And the more I'm beating at train.
Oh, God have mercy on this country. We are not serious, though. We are not serious.
Why is everybody quiet? Why is civil society quiet?
No, you see.
Why are the pastors quiet? Why are the chiefs quiet?
Ghanaians are yet to wake up from their slumber. I'm telling you. Because I know, say a lot of Ghanaians have realized that they made a mistake. But you see, you cannot be forgiven. You cannot be forgiven. And most people will say, okay, say Ghana for say, I'm a pay. And in your pay, good or bad, take it like that. Why should I complain? I won't say anything. You understand?
Yeah.
That has been the posture of most people who are sympathetic to MPP party. Say Ghana for I'm a pay. Into move from there. Come on, keep quiet and suffer.
I said no could be more. Nema boy in some crofon to me kasa. You go no say Akufo-Addo na to name. Akufo-Addo fear bem 2 months ni. Nema boy den. Omo could be more nema boy den. Omo ntimi kasa. E so mo ho.
Egu so ko.
Iziar kanea so na nyina so yi.
Egu so ko.
Omo ntimi complain. O wa na dumbati kwen
na Dawuro ti o. Messi Bribia boy di ama se bi jabidie kura boy de.
Jabidie.
Akufo-Addo time no the guka mu the ba 90 cedis. And I call 100.
Okay.
They say the car mu the ba near the bigina o store ni near yima wa. 140.
140. Na wo koton so beton the same.
So. Na say jana yes Messiah ba.
And then nema boy di o tema.
Hwe. Na me say me makura ase wo no. Me makura ase wo boy aboko bi side no. First nka okita 7 series kwa nka bituma to wache. Ubenya wache kakra, wanya gari kakra na wabia bia wo de 10 series na nkosua kakra. Because nka wache 18 minimum no. Gari ni we no 7 series. Ni edi nkosua kan ho na kese wanya 10 series. Ene oho wache minimum 10 series. Uki da 10 series na unya nkosua o.
There be unya macaroni unya
2 months beni o.
Eno me koto wache bi wo Atomic Junction. Na mbisa ma me say oso crash to say na me si o. Na me ho mi gina ho ya send the beso me. Osi owo de minimum abetime die 20 series. It is I also did.
Ale na enama ni nkosua.
Ya wache ni nko a. Enti chama so you obi a wonta ko dwumu krokruma wonta farm market nto ade a o di scammer yiri so nko di dwa ahia be ka so yiri bokro.
So serious o.
Enti mi nto hwe.
Eso obi enti nkasa.
Go enti mi nkasa. Eso mo ho. Enne mol kra boy.
But eno na eye dangerous no. Enkrofo ye a. Dangerous.
Some man go to ababoni. No be that be complaining. Or be complaining at hana. That is the problem into enti mi nkasa. Many workers say National Road Transport Coordination Committee is a council, no. Any driver unions no aging kita home. Some more better lot of fame. Egusu that table so we. So very soon so we some kumudina. You better.
Oh, and about 25% increment. That's the minimum it will go. I'm telling you.
Because almost a spare parts boy then. And a fool no so no. And you know. On better or fable.
Minimum 25%.
Omutu mo so I say besa ka bibia bi across board. What can NPP deduce from their eco swing na? At the NDC 4 year going forward then our forces NPP for so.
Near the kind. So internal fight and any blame game. We must stop. Because trust me, everybody had a role to play in our defeat. Everybody. There is no exception from presidency to a police station executive. Obia, everybody had a role.
Obia kahubi.
And you lose abano. We cannot say somewhere and blame somebody alone. No, everybody played a role.
To be accepted.
Yes, now we move forward.
Responsibility.
Yes. Nefeno. And very important, say, we come out with clear and concise communication. One will say, Yewura Mahama Ebema State of the Nation address. Former Deputy Finance Minister, Obey. Yeah. Omoma,
write up.
Write up in the Bayan. Near ma true State of the Nation address.
In fact, the Nekrana party nankas officially a true state of the nation.
Eti we say ye wie pa. I think a party communicators no matiasi. Ni a chire much nkrofo because we say economy asay. Economy asay ya abay. Wo buy no when a fleet of government vehicles. Economy asay. Economy asay abay. And the parliament could retreat to ho. Economy asay abay. Oh, just say you come out clearly to debunk. Now, in the history of Ghana Police Service, na helicopter umunya bida. Na now time, umunya 3. In the history of Ghana Police Service, speedboat, na police for ni bida. And the police for speedboat. You're from Grasse. Say river police was also marine police. So I say.
Yeah.
In the history of this country, police for they have never had an occasion and say at one go Kroma receive 200 motorbikes. But under the leadership of Nanado, no, police for receive over 2,000 motorbikes. In the so that we go out there and communicate together. Ni ene Ghana for nkasa. No mu hu se asem na omo kan eyentro. Na ni nyina on se obi be hwa ade no ontimi nya. Odi kan twa ntro ne to ha. Ayese oba opese oja ni kunu. Obedi kan aka story na to ha. Ena be na say enti achina na so obi te se onware biem a. I say asimasi na ebede no nya no na say asimasi hu sema ye kan de ebede no nya no and that is what they are doing. They are preparing excuse for their future failure. That is all that they are doing. And nothing else.
All right, Tema, me da si bibi ha person de kan ho a
enye bia ne say akrugu so a we ni do me kwa abenya every day o say oho no kra so ntinchim be 5 na no ka sa agro bi na ni di o ha na
munchem mane munchem so mo 10 electoral areas
dabio
enti bia munya na one constituency ma
dabiti point ni say on my Ghana no ye 275 MPs in Credos 76 na Credos Edoso nenti ansam kwache domi kwa benyam anya no 5 nka na yempo 280 ade
asem sebe ma there be good morning o se ne ho de enya kane ankwa no mudum no mu nya nsu nso kra short it enso so aba ebusia ye rapport opoku na ya teneka no first vice chairman ma NPP wo domi kwa benya constituency bidin bekoso wo National Economic Forum no into the budget ana waye ne bibia wie de nti we de yenye ne krokro de dwon na nkrofo hu se abeje o ma dwon abra ye meji adwin bia so ye bekosa enseminu na ya hwem ene ya se pra river no ya blocking insuo no kwan so now pra river no krentiment ne biem pra river no ena aye pons je se aye enpo e kan se insuo a etata ho na galamsey ekoso eno de Martin Kpebu se ohun ye onte. In fact, Andrew bitwa black voter no ebae. Na ofhwese na black voter na ya. Black voter no eno na ba ma ebegu akosomo dam ni mu no. Na isuo no asai. Isuo no asai. So ebekum ena no pen so na yedimu enkomo so e de abro. Minority in parliament and weekend twa mu e boycott orientation na ekoso. Na orientation na ekoso Voters Ring Hotel in the in the voter region. Na minority na semene say abaya ewosui ese ahokyera ba Ghana sikasem atetia pansam. In fact, John Mahama said the economy of the country was criminally managed. And it's on obaye ni. Na wona obaye ni dia wasa MPs nyina 275 because Abilikumano from Kahon, as a parliamentary staff at Kahon, and the facilitators at the Omukogu Hotel, a 4-star hotel. Now, Michael Jimania and Sanamaba. Now, we baby says, they didn't see ye. Nana Kufadra buy one ho. No, say, or Kwaku Rock City. na wakɔ akɔyɛ saa parliamentary forum yi bi NDC for ne speaker of parliament can say there be a mind mu ayedin ti omunya ne parliament house a and na the NDC ba ban mu a mo ko voters in hotel akwakoye anopai is it because voters in hotel no eye anwunani di ana ora no oye NDC ni because Brian Champion de no ya kani oye MPP ni nti on de call koya na enye nti voters in hotel ne de ono ne ya anwunani ebi ana oye NDC ni nti de call koya de a eye so anopai you record those issues muna yahwe. There are two issues we can be a trend pa. Two issues. It has to do with asofo no ekumas amukọ ye ni nkran ha. Any asofo mo so mo pa appointment. And at the second aspect no the Hajj village abanya e wosu president no kokati sort. Say obesi Hajj village no. A generating controversies bebre ewo man mo. Now I have a take on it. Yenya passionate and yet emotional about discussion I be na no pay. Ye emotions nyina to nchen. Fa religion eto nchen. Na ma yen ka no kre enkyere ye ho ye ho. Na yen ka no kre enkyere oman mu mpanifo. That is the only way Ghana ebetimi afa no to ma pefra na Ghana e develop it. Njano pay shenu sumame. Sa ha ye wuntumi radio 95.9 any movement television so bedi e de Kwaku Dawuro aben pete promo no ekoso star 256*4# star 256*4# no afa number 2 ni ye wuntumi radio movement TV Accra wuntumi radio movement TV Accra. Number 3 number of tickets person to ba kon 5 Ghana cedis ofa ba kon tro 1 e beto 5 cedis o tro 2 e beto 10 o tro 3 15 o tro 4 20 edeko dodo a obetimi atwa no na wo chance obi win no na ekosoro anopai mama wache ama wakwaba edeba wuntumi radio 95.9 any movement television so mama nya ni sei
enforcement can trust bra and tentem ya no me sese we die ma yen sese wani ma bia wo kro bia no wodi anigi atumi akọ wo mo no no e papa Accra osu police station achi wo kwa akoto mo Pantan hospital kwan so afa East Legon a Tampon Junction no kwa abeto mo kuma se fo mo fo mo ni nche mo patase mo ben share filling station no and am fra 0277 580559 0277 580559 ade ya ne so tia brochire awoyimu waya adwuma wanya sika odi amani fie yensi edan ma yanto plot ma beba na sasrasa ene obi wo fie a woton eya 3-story building wasi aka akra bi na owie e wo Clagon Sprinters ayimfie na chi ho no mo first floor no eya 6-bedroom apartment completed. Ground floor no eya single room self contained and a 2-bedroom apartment eno so o matinete ntu kotina ho a dia aka ne so obetoa eso ntu wa brochire anasempo Ghana ha na upefia to baby papa at the suspenders after 0246 683597 0246 683597 na ene empenimfo enkasa na emwa bi asesa edibo obia no omo edi aboa Mr. Santi yentwa birthday no mfiri ho na fe yensoro so eye nipe na ye se ye mami ya ewo Breman Church of Pentecost mami ya Breman Church of Pentecost and ye u birthday wan kasa wunu abema ye frɛ no ohemen o se yemfa afidie we so ema happy birthday sanso na wo ba ye frɛ no Akwasi onso so yema happy birthday ntimame ya Breman yema happy birthday Doris na we atachi e movement television ni untumi radio ha untumi ha mame ya nie ono no na wo Breman no ntimame ya yema happy birthday Doris ensusu enie wow Doris be attachment o hanmo na o godon program so enwumire no ono nsusu ene ye birthday nti Doris nsusu ye ma happy birthday nyame nhira mu nyina
that's right me that's ti me do be see ase me twa me ho abasi a na ya to aso e ba sisi big man stay because so there was nothing like free dialysis.
Oh, you. Campaign,
I say Momo implement anything like free dialysis.
Oh, come on. Yeah, implement it.
I am one, but I saw the headline Ghana Web. But me and read it to say.
Oh, yeah, implement it. Onim. Oko health insurance. Bills were home at you. What does it? It's easy. Now you're a minister.
If I mean, once not all cancer.
And I'm saying now you're a minister. And this first are now Uko Kulebu, I will say, Uko he, lifter, Yama, Kamo, and then Yanko baby. Oh, I'm missing that and Champion on settle. Or settler. Also, Flemme, Melene Bako Kulebu, Yako hair lifter. Eddie Senia, Oko Babia, also Unya Kwankon, and then the minister, Uko health insurance, Ubu Bilsa, Umetria, Ama Aspitifwa, a young Crofo, a Kwaji, free dialysis. It was done. I mean, this is not rocket science. You can verify. Into a case, ya, Bemi yak kakra, and I make us a woman to a mobo. Omun free campaign mood in him. No moon who say ye your minor shomon sa. What's a almost Ghana my serious national. Shani pe womu and no share minor send the Aji democracy atum and then send ye tea and one send and ye bobra acquire animua. It's a very serious nation. I don't know me ni say I was say ye dear BB man yet to send ye of my hunubi keke. There be it is a name of what benya to me now to so as a Mampeni, as a minister of state, I was said, Usha on some Kaimi. Free dialysis was there. Yeah. It's your hooker. So it is there for everybody to verify. And then, one say, the BB by friend of Mahama case. Sanya money being a babish near the yeah, train.
I was saying, and see, Yane Honorable Alexander Kwesi Aqua, Ena Eddie and Kumui Enche, na Yedi and Komono, Ebe Baby, and Yetimi Aye, and pay Minia Cabrama for saying farm. Happy birthday, and fama a friend Sabina AC Dazi, Canada, Toronto. Now, I see if you can Bismarck Kofi Inti and chain or no a war. Yenim se party fo bebre abemu abu na wo hwe niema ekoso reform sa party no ebe ya emra Ora Henry Nanabuache national organizer edema the new patriotic party nana mache
Juso
nana
akoma mudi mitbidi manutum ya na
I for anutum ne ha de
manufacturing
emu adin
mo mudi alo be mi die vasesa I cannot say que dia ni paro na assessment no
asa o enyehu assessment
enyehu
enyehu omo
na me kan me si ni paro na
ana me say still maintain kura de enyehu ai omo no na mo chiri ka kansa me de omo no ye ma me de be si ye mbuku omo kura ti ye be training ahwe ni ebesi
e je la no me ma no am de betuma no le hona de ne paro na assessment no no assessment
na assessment ya ho ye fa assessment ya tie me fa de
e fa ti be dwe da achi ana we di adaroma anope ya tonsa frewa eye endra ura Kwame Bafo Abronye oye Bono regional chairman ema NPP na yesi NI before atonsa afre no bigiri se na update a wo ma no social media so nipa bebre follow ahwedi besi endra na dro anwumremu konunsia no nso mu na wo de betu bia se o fedie yama Kwame Bafo ebil woni atifo nche party fo a ebisa no mu nso no gugem endra at the airport in the koi.
I mean, share what of one with chief in Mentia Omojano Edi in Konya, Mati Godon, some of Mentia and Yomokina. send you one no cry em say nano wa fidie so ana em say Kwaku so fidie so ana kwa me ba
ahaya
ana obeka say ye mofra Ghana mabunu a na nadan Kwaku fado apenso for madwuma ye yo medi akon mabosika wo ho 550 million yetwa budget say ye the air for madwuma mu na yewura mahama bae o hye bo se ono de oba o petiti nyuma na ho mepamo bia na nso no obusa o hye no so o ma the chief of staff yewura Julius Debra Chokata se yempamo bia now tens of thousands of Ghanaians na omo adwuma abom ana o ka se sika ni nyina na yisika ya bo ho yetimu po Ghana se ye de betua nkuraika Isenes where you made the year and Sesticano. Jubilee House, you go to Yura Mahama say what himfa. Sesticania, Jubilee House on the seat of government. No question me enra invitation NI before Edema a year Onyano me Ubusamia a needless Umunya Bakura. Okay. The son and Babu Mujumadi, and we are going to keep them very busy. And yeah. We are going to keep them very, very, very busy. Very, 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 very busy. Because we are going to be extremely critical of this government. Okay? I don't know my can say me say, now say yeah, transition. Transition and the crack are call na the class of man bo ma kwa be kan say agenda 111 ni. E be bo ho cap 1.4 billion and san ye winning na and cut answer one my check. Bohuka. Now saying, yeah, you're a Mahama Bay. You're quite you no enra. Or say being here almost there 1.8 billion. It is our 400 million. Why not? They're about to see a was Buza. It means that. So 400 million and saying, yeah, transition. And now, project meaning answer no. And your dollar rated. And you know, it doesn't affect it. It's a dollar no cost for now. And also be from Sikana de Ababitia. In an saying, you know, not obede 400 million be a question baby. Which me and Busa. You me and Busa man penny Mahama. Say because it's on record that Omanepoama said that we will need 1.4 billion, and indeed have documents from you and Siansari submit more excess say being here $1.4 billion.
Yeah.
Not a new figure almost bear 1.8 billion. We need to ask. Say you Mahama, 400 million and say, why but the why the other four? Then we are going to keep them very busy. In Jamaica say, San Moto Frey, Abonye, AVH, and almost say, if you feel more, you know, a offensive conduct conducive to breaches of the peace.
But science to be almost say
that's no kind of offensive conduct conducive to breaches of the peace. Section 207.
Wow.
Offensive conduct then we money breaches of peace then also as look. You will come back. Some George. Eko ka say yura na nadan Kwaku fado. Enye foto na ye de Ghana sika gum no e no de nsa abomu. Na emu foto na ngasa na we wi ade ko. Oko parliament se busan na nsinya biom se sa samo kan no ompa ho acho Kwaku wanga so ompa ho acho
se ompa
so ompa ho acho ne ompa ho acho what is the NIB before to sa friend so man be ya no ehun fa na do ko wi a foto na
there be omuntun san friend
ni Lanti Van der Poel enei na na dan Kwaku fado na mo adwuma o kwakoye na na dan Kwaku fado MPP aban e de drip e baaye district road improvement program at the Baye. Who said for it says the castle and not done Kwaku fado your conform or corrupt or the most corrupt leader is on record. Who can ask them and I before to some frail. And so we MPP Abayana Iran and not done Kwaku fado man penina mo juma or kwakoye.
Improvement in run up to the campaign, you can't want someone or more can't want some edit to us. You want to see that improvement. Now maybe the idea may change. I am my first budget because I know from the grapevine say taxes they are going to introduce some taxes. And then I share. and they should be honest. It will be they should be honest and tell us Ghanaians. When you can, but you buy no. Say kasi be twa 11 mu. Ni be taxes be afi a very high economy no. I just want them to be honest to Ghanaians. No more my who send your TBA because for me, and your first quarter na I mean air can. Your first quarter any it has been by the previous government. Your name is tutu ni what I say. Your name is tutu ni the reserve that we had, and then I net NDC are buying ADF from January February or my teams that's what they're depending on. In terms of internal data, almost criteria, which through treasury bill, so almost about 60 something billion cedis. And almost a moment and the issue about debt. Obian can say debt, and MPP have never said debt is a bad thing. But debt are a barrier for just recurrent expenditure there. In Kawan debt are about koja or call for capital expenditure. And we invest into free senior school among volunteers. The free senior school expenditure here, it is not a recurrent expenditure. It's a capital expenditure because you are dealing with the human capital. Nipa ni mudiani nipa nyansa na wedding improve nipa na capital such that nipa ni skills are or the baby adwuma na onya onfa so na ban no so asantimi tax no in terms of pay as you and as income tax. You want to invest into human capital into human skills na here a capital the effect the effect and as for so benyano is so enormous ebebo mo man na tumpon. And for me ade am pese ye kana this for ehunu say they should not play with our heart. They should not play with the free senior school.
But ye hu publications from graphic I just say awufo betua boarding fees oba person oba call board now betua boarding fees ni feeding. So what it means is say free education there we will never get it send you kufado a year no after the review.
And that is what we are waiting for. Some more come. Now because I'm always waiting for their first budget. Some of these things will come up and then we'll tell Ghana for a catch them. Some kufunya dia free senior. Go see Muhammad said it. Okay, say on such amount now. On found free senior school.
Okay.
And this is a man who is the president now. So we don't expect anything more than what he said. Yeah, can now Ghana for Sabia or maybe or can some Ghana for this time there. You better catch you. You will fear, you be kind, you be reminded no. Near ever course to be and will let Ghanaians know. And we'll start right from the first time on budget. Because budget you their visions and their plan. The budget in about near who sign money now. You will let Ghanaians know. Send the end is for no more kind. They are not doing it, they are not doing it, they are doing otherwise. The Yabekos was say you crime. Almost a name more identity, but we are telling everybody. Said we should continue to trust and have faith in the NDC MPP party. The leadership honorable Afenyo Markin we believe his leadership style because now in Nipa a team who is given opportunity depending on Nipa level and as the skills and then the speciality and press conference doctor it's a very fantastic what church name and I think it's time we should keep on doing these things. So even every week, be every Tuesday, whatever the issues are, no, depending on the area or sector, no, yeah, Nipa or in the minority side, no, or yeah, maybe a ranking in that area, and Omra with the supporter, team link that man, no, Ome Church and Nemona Ghana for Zuni Echo. We shouldn't keep quiet. We should make a communication there this time, or say a very, very vibrant, right from Parliament and every aspect of our communication as a party. Now, the bonfire say, Enkosi said, Mpanifodi. Report committee report whereby on the revenue bibiano you know a clear way how our party in terms of the rebranding and all that now etimi ejina as a party because our target is that we are not going to go into position for more than 4 years. The next 4 years we should come back to power.
All right, Philip Chum Yeboa and Martin Kano no ni concern no Rich also so then a year issue a year immediate concern now
immediate concern ham me pa say enre nyina the room because se wo beka ya you krum ha na MPP for ye to Ghana especially mebunu no for say stop galamsey no NDC dia ye amanyosem
yes
enti se yan hwe na yɛn looking from a different perspective a yɛde ho abufuo ɛbɛbrɛ yɛ kuro ɛnɛ sɛ wohwɛ aba a yɛkɔto yɛ na sɛ woyɛ analysis a major factor baako a mmabunu especially ɛtuti a MPP was galamsey major factor baako so a MPP for your sympathizers omo yes omo nsori fie enkoto aba maye no eye stop galamsey ye kachre Ghana for say galamsey no eye Ghana nyina na ese ye nyina ye ko benkromu na ye tu ase na ye de ya amanyosem a NDC ba sa na beto na me ni wo kase ye se wo ko Elembele Western region. Okay. Say you omu de kra. Eye Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of this republic. Baby ye wo no. Ni Nkrumah nkrofo. And na me no kase ya no pe ya. Okwabrane anase nkwabrane gina ho a.
Enu video na adama
na me de ma ho no.
Asante patro me di video no ma.
Na me stress mo be yi voice na film na voice no be hu ni pa.
Be yi voice na film. Ye mo voice no. So we yes osaje fu ni
Nkrumah nkrofo a ye tu galamsey wo.
E wo fie he.
E no kire se. Ai se eye bad. Se ni pa no sa kire se eye minister
honorable Amakofi
Boa. Ye se ni office opposite pair any year to galamsey
last minister
no kru
the office opposite
and
you join office so I know her
the ekoso. I mean, how can we condone this? You catch Ghana for
na say if you can want to
any pan catch say or say oko esiama opposite the cemetery ye to galamsey or say oko teleku bokaso the main road ye to galamsey wo ho oko baby e friend asase tre ye frɛ baby aluku and ye frɛ baby so azule no ano ho nyinara to galamsey active galamsey going on as I speak to you 19 in food dry NDC for course two a good Ghana for any me ankasa me wo me nkrofobia na me ni omu din komo chese omu nyina support a new money visions and NPP for ye beba abeye Nanso galamsey yi ba ye ema social media influencers yen celebrities encrophobe bria nan komo sympathy for MPP then they understand the vision of the new patriotic party because of galamsey nti omu nyina teda ya na se to abetia and na me no kase and the date here 4th March 2025 galamsey is actively going on in the Western region. In fact, that's a the first president of this republic ni Nkrumah na ekoso enti ade edam akoma so pa
endra me yi yape ye John Jinapo constituency e ho so black voter no hu se na aya
areho
and I'm say hey just about 50 days NDC buy
my west or northern part of Ghana there don't go there
because yes so pa na ka sa voter no
chese ya ye ne se eye amanyosem enti se MPP for na A2 a se ye kwa yeso ne aba na ye de ye ne blatant disregard to the rules enti eye me ya pa eye me ya na maminka anase mentwen
ram ye
na me ka de minua twunka ho asem about the economic forum ne sona President Mahama eye the media me who say a dialogue of lamentations. Dialogue of lamentations.
Economic forum no.
Economic forum no. And the state of the nation address ni nyina.
I see.
And think me de nkare me ni papa mu pa enka President Mahama onya no nko read the Bible lamentation on come from an upper to area. Na ye nyina hu say ye twa adwo. Because se wo pese o man ko nanim a ye nyina ye nim amemua President Mahama ni NDC for the ja Nana Akufo-Addo ne baomia na yetimi resist standard no kodru stage bia na the whole world they were looking up to Ghana say what magic is President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the entire MPP Ghana became the fastest rising economy in the whole of the world. na oye ne kese beto ye 2022 Emma challenges be brave by and the predictions are IMF World Bank they my NHS and get Ghana there and by this time then ka better than Banana Republic just and can you nyina be say nenso Usha, ahochere buy power was in 2022. Now your inflation core a whooping 54%. Not just say twice so called na country no it will be ungovernable. Now so sankrofo year or year Juma 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 nya baso body no. Omo na wo ho. Now so ewiase COVID de buy pandemic kesia oyene tisi wiase. Ene ntokwa kesi a yeja Putin ko fabre Ukraine na ye the politics say Ukraine for na enyo montoka how does it affect us Ghana agriculture ye ade boy ye economy no backbone fertilizer we are seeing na ehin na ye leading producer of fertilizer ye Ukraine enti sento kwesi na say sa supply chain shipment no man ntimi nye maso a wo economy no rely on agriculture how are you going to sustain yourself enti ye kan na ye dia ye amanyosem nanu krampo no sa 54% na ye koyi ubehwa 2024 ye fra ban mu na ye dia ba 23% enti se wo ene wo ba betoa so na wo kogina dialogue of lamentations se wanya bibi amaya asiase ye monocro no ese o ka che Ghana for say oye na ye ko ye nie sanse wan kasa no ko Harvard eko address abrofo no uji tumu say there has been repercussions and challenges following the Russian-Ukraine war and the pandemic COVID pandemic what jetum na wo be hia wo fiefo a na wo twantro enti say 23% no yanya de sanse IMF my target say enke yenye 22% enti hona mi busa yewura John Mahama ne NDC for say 2016 COVID be by Dawuro there be pandemic BC yana war BC we are see disrupted global supply chain there be and that's a recession BC there be 2016 IMF Korean man were target of 10.1 inflation BBN si o man mu sikase mi uko ja na 15 so yeah percentage now we by 52% na say nana do ne ba omia de ne ye 5% den na wugina ho tun futro gu Ghana fo ani enti de me kan say onjai we twantro sebi ama Ghana fo ato abama wo so betimi aye enti ne ye den ye de ma o enti twa so na twa so ye adwuma no san to ato awe e na sei e no chena sei no embo hen ebiem you see trade balance na enra minority for na omuchichi no me pese ye nuanom ti asese ye ka trade balance na ye de ba a layman's view ase kyerese minua ase kyerese oman ya yewo mu John Mahama time 2016 free so na ye trade balance deficit of 2% ase kyerese negative 2% kyerese se uye kro na utimi produce enyoma wo krom ekoton no abrochire a se de wo export ekoton no se do so sin de wo no o import ba wo krom na the difference no na ye balance sa surplus na wonya no John Mahama breso 2016 na wo free akonya so na -2 kire se ye kra nyoma bebre sin se ye export kwa abrochi na emfaso e wo se wutimi produce nyoma export kwa abrochi ne se enyoma na ye de kwa abrochi ne ye beton amankrofo na omo ba betunu in cedis until there is demand for cedis in this country so demand no wo cedis because we to Ghana and now they akwa abrochi until the demand for the cedi ne ye higher and my currency no strong na se wo hwe ni the opposite side na se wo kra nyoma bebre fra brochi a enyoma na wo kra no se dollar anaasɛ pound na wode koto nti wo sesa cedis na akɔ dollar so the demand on the dollar will be high ɛbɛma stress about currency so nti wo John Dramani Mahama 2016 you left us a deficit of 2% and now me know ka say 2024 President Akufo-Addo free so it was 6.4%, positive 6.4%. ɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛ exporte ɛnyɔma bebree ɛkɔ abrɔkyɛ kɔtɔn de sika ba kurom ɛkɔ kyɛn deɛ yɛ krabae nti yɛ dɛn na wokɔ gyina ho sɛ this economy a yɛde gyaa wo no ɛyɛ criminal economy nti meka kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ akyea ne mbu yɛ mistake no yɛayɛ sɛbi mpanyimfoɔ sɛ mesrɛ meka o ɔkwasea ntɔhwɛ na yɛtia supreme nti mede ma asɛm ɛsi na me nua nya bi aka ne sɛ yɛayɛ mfomsoɔ baako a 2028 deɛ ɛma yɛnyɛ saa mfomsoɔ no bi ɛnra the dialogue of lamentations no ɛyɛ mfutra John Dramani Mahama ɛne ne Minister of Finance etugu yɛni na yɛbɔ minority caucus na ba so sɛ ɔmaba bɛsɛte the record straight for Ghanaians.
All right, so Richard Jemfi ɛna wɔyate ne kan ɔyɛ member of the NPP communication team nonkron abɔ apansema adunum baako kai sɛ abɛn pɛtɛ promo no ɛkɔ so in about 7 minutes yɛbɛyɛ draw no na yɛma wo opportunity sɛ wo so bitimi atwa bi obi abetimi awini so anopɛ yɛ 1000 cedis a yɛde bɛma ɛyɛ *256 *4# *256 *4# na wafa option 2 and you want to me radio the movement TV Accra na udu third option honma wabo number of tickets no ba akɔ 5 Ghana cedis na fe wodu momo pin aka ho na wetimi ayina na yakɔ anim orachum Andra minority no ST records bebre street na enema ni bi omo kan ye taxes omo fo se aban ne pese odeba na budget no a eba ene on the 4th budget no be on the 11th expectation ene sen e wo budget ni
dominia me da se sena na minya kan the some of the indicators I share so mine no tumpo na ekonomy balance of trade is one of them balance of payment and all that and any country be the balance of trade is favorable and then surplus means that the economy is doing well because about the exchange rate market foreign exchange market so the same to happen when it be also couple of dollar be no and our city no so and that is one thing essentially doing to what they call depreciation of the city. It is a good thing and that is what we left the NDC as at no can we are the surplus of about 560 something billion cities my dollars what I say so which means that we are doing well as of December we are doing well now near economy we are no as ATNA you have your revenues and then your expenditure now revenue Ghana had and especially a developing country like Yeno most of our revenues is either from taxes okay taxes are a bit generating and then if there are any other supporter a bit outside riding and now looking at say Trump issues the directions or there some of the supports is going to be cut off especially when it comes to the USA we pray say and replicate with other like UK and other places also and follow the same trend but then we have to be able to raise enough revenue internally and one of the major apart from taxes now but already enough revenue is you're able to produce enough and export enough but what I say we to produce enough now what to export to enough because any export to a is a revenue to this country now the import I know see cost and as expenditure we will try as much as possible to over cutting it down and if you want to do all and be profitable it's either you try to increase your revenue at the same time you try as possible also to cut down
expenditure imports
and all that but just do the internal one say one of their policy was that will say the government expenditure in terms of the ministers and all that higher and in the policy back one or can one some the manifesto can so we reduce the government expenditure in terms of ministerial appointment or better so but what is going on now yes also 60 which is fine but now there are a lot of appointments was I make here, and those appointments, most of them work position are a director and that, and these are positions that are just at the same level as a ministerial appointment. That's what I say.
Yes.
To those expenditure, no, for me, I don't see how they'll be able to reduce those expenditure, and definitely better control.
Because indirectly we are appointing deputy regional ministers.
Yes.
Because we say all regional organizers, presidential staffers in charge of their various regions.
They'll be reporting.
They
reporting to the office of the president.
Yes, all regional organizers now presidential staffers in their various regions. And automatically almost deputy ministers.
So you can imagine. So
we appointed a DRIP coordinator. Now appointed regional DRIP
coordinators. So I mean at all this level. So you see, it is just an indirect year. You see, some of these sponsors, I say the budget of the presidency, and I said them mabonting.
Yeah.
So that's how our own person mocratic economic question. But you see, it will show. It will show. I mean, for me, what I'm looking at is that then try as much as possible, and that is what you should be looking at. Say, enough production in this country, and our strength is not just about manufacturing. Our strength now is in agriculture. Dawuro, aduane importable marimu no. Say nyame ya adom na etimi cut it down, even just about 30%. We will make it. Aduane. What I say, need to cut it down. See, we have been blessed so much. Say, so, and that is what MPP was doing, planting for food and jobs. And this are policy. The machinery be buy. And one of the things honorable friend is former Greek minister,
Dr. Kutana,
Brian, was that they involving the private sector in agriculture. You see, or resources, but only the interest to go and do the farming. But you have people who are also ready to do agriculture, but they don't have the resources.
They don't have it.
So it was more like a PPP.
How can you bring them together?
Now, Nipa invest in that business because it will produce enough. Free senior school, Kenya problem. What I say, you produce you making sure say your warehouses at every of the district levels until you produce what. Once you do the production and then there's a market for the production then the farmer will be motivated because a producer or brew or a buyer is ready to take it. If a buyer take care, then you also a store or to make keep no store. Then he stores it and look at the inflation the price of
food inflation.
Because the basket of inflation. The food is a bigger component of when you're calculating inflation. It do me try say aduane bo nkosra na aduane bo ba fuma. I mean the thing will be
and we say one of the factors food inflation there cost you dog meat.
And the dog meat is a price. It's me. That is what we should be looking at. And for me, advisor because we are looking at saying our mind between pon. Now our mind between Jan and Asui. The NDC, the Minister of Agriculture, Doma appointed this year, no, if I say, Western Obabi, yes, Erikopoku. I know say he's a Greek person or no farming. He should be able to stand on his grounds. Now you're making sure, say, if there are policies even to cut down importation of some of the producer and as a name important.
But the challenge has always been, say, importation. Can you meet the demand?
So the demand, no, you can meet it when you try consciously. We make it a conscious effort. Say, you are going to invest so much in agriculture. What does and that is one of the motivation MPP shall say doing what we are doing the PPP in agriculture. So the private sector will be involved because private sector are also our resources almost can. But the whole idea is say, producer we are is a marketer or market no say obe na enema egu afumo na apro that doesn't give any money and that is one of the banks we now no they run away when they come to investment in agriculture. You may have a good policy a good but mupa then bankers no or the banks who don't no one lawyer bia or MP lawyer no he's done one of the biggest poultry farm
lawyer Professor Kwame Jan
I'm say Kwabi area in fact the infrastructure they are born. He's talking about almost about 100,000 birds. And this is what kind of investment I can want. It's a private person. And if there's finance everything they are support to young guys are they are into agriculture then or producer the market is there for carry to take it up in remember free senior school you problem
because also say number of best no or marketer to the extent say nkosuya current na feel
yes
because marketing
no so that's what we are talking about it's yet me any producer enough because when I go for a few other countries in Krano automatically no onipa no onko because when you go a supply the schools officers why is it going outside the country these are what we are a deliberate effort but agriculture they mean a very key
all right eratum me si mame ko Jenfi ho na minti ono so on those issues minya
da Dawuro I had a dumso no munya bia na
oh eba
yale emodio
eba pa na me ka ho asem
na me dwen say ya agra
eba
na me dwen say ya agra
emia bi ho mu dum ne sin baabi
emia say you area ho dey brutal
oh eba
adenta area ho almost na ato am ndc sa o na da me da ho na nkura no to 24 hour and I'm sick you do light me and crado you do na no more to 24 hour economy and I'm sick you do light but minian say the ye can agriculture ya dia say ye ni ekon ho aso man na ni nyina bisi say onyame ade a ode a che ya sase from baby a wo be gina bia wo di bibi be hye fom bibi fifi wo se wo ko se bi afitafo mu kro mo de oil agugu fom sase ne so sa wo be hwe no na tomatoes bi apie wo e che se eni kwan se ekombo pa de enka Ghana e de yen ena se wo hwe ye nkrofo a omako school ahodo akwa sua sanioma ni nyina nke so mutimi de bo man na omo so ho nke ni kwan se ye pray but the political will to support the intellect na se de okan ye ono a wa hoden so obetimi akwa afum akwa ye adwuma di owo sika ode be kwa akohim because me fa me sika me she tomatoes mu a 3 days time na say nanso ye wo young people omako university omako akosua dia how to sustain on as prolong preserve the lifespan of his perishable goods until all these things have to come together to make sure say we are producing the right amount for the right people at the right time for the right market. Eti se wo share the trajectory a ye be fa oman eduane sem na ye hwe ye maybe cry the name say una makra body cry itime de bro ebuso eduane ebuso. That is what we are expecting from this government. Nemum si ekase yasase ne ye no the anti ayana one intriguing aspect ne say baby asase no ye bia no so no tutu for my na good ho enti say when nya political will again na one ma you anye you na to papa so te say the king of lamentation say ye na yanhwe ya 83 kom
ebesan ba
minute 1
yanhwe ya 83 kom mempese me yo konfo a me she
o se ayi kombone
ai yesi se konfo si ekuru be ba nanso agro be so a
ifra no pa kwasi ada be den so a me da nwumi ne kire
ende no se mo mrante na musita this is a serious matter. Because just over 50 days in your government. Na ensasia video ya wuyi ensasia manfo na omudi ye omunfo ena mrantie se da bi ya banaba enti ebe too gold ennese wonnam kwan ho a baby ani yeduadua mode baby yeduadua banche ni nyina ye tu sanse ya banaba enti esi ye too gold untimi nkyere ye bibia
robe fomu na kwidi fomu na
bibia ye sen
but then right say am cobra o ma turn into pond and amutu no diverting so na ye the pond breaking into ponds nje na cobra na be da ne pond entry bi That's what they are doing.
So it makes it say oh yeah Ghana, and I believe that I am not the only one frustrated at this time. Media be cram ye frustrated. I be kase me MPP ni me losing na me buofu. But I pity for those people who fell for NDC's propaganda. Say galamsey no, eye purely political. Ye catch womo. And then say yan ye na de ekukosi etwa so a your trade balance no you be negative. The food inflation will go high again because we will not be able to produce for our own consumption. Na mpese ya kase ye di be kwa amanoni akwa akoton. Enti se wo man na se wo tun futro kosum tun futro egu o man nani a se wo maame ewu na wo se wada ade ebechi obenyane amayahwe
so maame ewu na so wada so bia kwa koda na maame nten na ebere no so a ebehwe na no aha nti Richard Jenfi na Martin kana mate Yera Philip Tumi Eboranka asante enya ne draw nem obere bi o ha person kan minute na influence
so the best me can say taxes are on person o into one of the idea also motion because your taxes go ha what the bar it rather demotivates productivity and share those who are into production and show them crime and that is what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia not all can want them say the tax system now you want my moon is so complicated say you're a young person you're a young businessman now you are not careful taxes now will take you out of business but what I say see that's what we are preaching about.
Okay, so your winner for today is 0547 817 0547 817 When you winner for today, yeah, that's Mr. Jim.
So they have to look at it, so that the kind of taxes are being introduced.
Taxes need here
will be a tax. Yes,
yes, because also betting. Any e-levy, any COVID tax, and no about $500 million. Yes. That's also be here for
so you have to
I am a I say tax to GDP no a year by 18%. 18% and 1% be a 10 billion Ghana cedis. Oh, it is all EBF free more. I say be samba.
That is what we are looking at. But the two serious short. The it shouldn't be to discourage productivity because if that's there then revenue now open okay you won't get it in there because any panel is if your person is out of business tax men as so the corporate tax and all those ones they have to look at it and motivate for those who are into agriculture and you know they should do more now intimate babun be na you feel information because sir omo saying 3 in 1 omo can have some employment and then he's not doing that rather Oman kofoni bia kofi na
I say offend
terminator 1
that's mami tie na
that's what we encourage you for more job creation
we need dey me titi na yemi hu me dey yemi hu pa taxes na yemi hu because me titi say omo say why anhwe ya na electricity bill no
yeah
omo di bi ebe kwa
kofi about 59%
me dey me 32 kra na me yem hihye
okay
just say it's a crime intimate now. Not to say we are going back to the days of doom so.
And the intimate data, yes, telecommunications, some of the tax to be called.
Young people, especially the influencers, TikTok generation, people are making money from content. Sorry, MPP are buying. And then a decision you take here, anymore.
And then Road Transport Coordinating Council, no, how many driver unions, no, almost table who's here. Discuss increment of transport fares. And the abros will be by middle of this month, no. Almost the new fares, and a bear man want say if anything less than 20%, a bear man want.
And then those is the one they has a replica effect.
Yeah, serious.
Bibia anya ferry. Baby drone. Bibia anya ferry say they will eat the humble pie and go into the MPP's manifesto to pick Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's vision
no main
in terms of taxes. A quino minimum mumre nason. Minimum say if they want reference, I am giving it to them for free. Say the plan was say you better tinioma be brave so me any private persons and as a private entrepreneurs no go into agreement. Then you may be a private sector nafa. Now yet it is how your money nyina so a be reduce sa expenditure no by 5%. So we share 5% now it will cover all this shortfall now e-levy betting tax ne COVID levy ni nyina beba. So it's a simple
all right. What's my okay there? A simple omo ya the renaming there. Enya dem
omunko wia no
mu simple as that. I more money nyina ho atom. Richard Jenfi, a member of the NPP communication team or a former NPP UK youth organizer, and Philip Chumyeboa, a member of the New Patriotic Party. Within the Kwaku Dawuro, Kwame Jesse, enemy producer, Asante ne Eric Marty, Imani Kukinum, Medoma say, Isaac ne Cassandra, so any Lola. And so I said, Modia, and Ura Chris Yukiku.
Ambassador. Reverend, Senior Reverend Isaac Osebos.
Okay. Aye, Yetiano pa. And now former boss, on the former boss no.
Former boss, Yapoku Mesa.
Arab Yapoku Mesa. And the Yetiano pa.